Enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Off and running. I want to thank Dollar Shave Club for the gift bag.
I thought it was razors.
I guess I said gift bag. It's a gift box.
A box.
I don't know. I guess they're doing something for colon cancer month. Is it colon cancer
Colonoscopies? What the hell is that about?
I didn't read the note.
Oh, maybe you should read the note.
I don't know. I do like Dollar Shave Club. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
And they like to put together these gift boxes.
Yeah.
And they got a product called One Wipe Charlie's.
Oh.
And I laughed at Anthony. I said, One Wipe Charlie's. That's just a good start.
It's a good start, one wipe.
You could get it all done with one wipe.
No.
It's the baby wipes, you know.
Yeah.
They used to be just called baby wipes, but then they discovered, wait, adults could use these things, but they don't want to, like, wipe their ass with a baby wipe, so they come up with names like One Wipe Charlie's and such.
Probably just some guy after a fucking heavy night of Guinness and stuff, and then he takes a dump and realizes, like, oh, shit, there's no toilet paper here. Oh, he reaches for the baby wipes, like, I gotta use these, and then goes, ooh,
nice.
Hey, wait a minute.
So that's a whole market now for adults.
I think we're onto something here, yeah.
But to say one wipe, get out of here.
Yeah,
I have those in my bag.
You gotta be kidding me.
I carry those with me to the gym and everything.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They're great.
They're absolutely great.
Good for a little midday touch-up.
Yeah,
Sure.
I like a good deep cleaning. If I use the toilet.
Yeah.
The civilized way to wipe includes 40 wipes. So that's good for 40 bathroom runs? No way. That's good for maybe 4. I'm not even joking.
Well, the best way is to just use your standard toilet paper and then finish up with one of those.
Finish up all nice.
Finish up all nice.
And it's got the aloe in it.
It's got aloe in it.
You got the aloe.
Aloe in it.
And then also in the gift box, they have the ironwood candle.
And that's...
I like a good candle. Are you into a good candle every once in a while?
Aromatherapy to relax you while you're getting that big pipe up the ass?
Can we light this in here, or will
boy.
Smoke detectors go off?
Fire.
A good candle.
Yeah, I think a candle's okay.
What's the scent?
It's, I don't know.
Hold on, I'll tell you.
It's like spa-ish. Oh, this is called Rain. Smells nice. I like a good candle. Ironwood candle.
Put it in the middle of the console and give it a light for a little mood in here.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Dim the lights. A couple of men just talking.
Right.
I ain't wasting my candle on you guys.
Come on, you guys dim the lights. I'll do a little man-to-man measuring.
Yeah. A little massage.
So I'll say so far, so good.
So far, so good.
But then, they're getting a little wacky.
They gotta get a little goofy.
I think this is for a colonoscopy, I think.
Yeah.
So, like, the candle relaxes you. The One Wipe Charlie's.
Well, that
makes sure the entranceway is all ready to go.
All nice.
And then they put in the best of Sade.
Little Sade?
Is it Sade? CD. You know, that broad that sang Smooth Operator?
Yeah.
Smooth Operator. So I guess that gets you in the mood, just chilling you out.
Yeah, that's supposed to, like, relax you, I guess. Relax the bunghole.
And then...
Yeah.
100 years, 100 crosswords, celebrating the crosswords centennial.
Oh, so you got 100 crossword puzzles in there?
Yeah. Do you like a good crossword puzzle?
I cannot stand a crossword puzzle. From 6 down.
Yeah, but we make all the crossword puzzles now.
Yeah.
We've made a lot of clues in crossword puzzles.
They were very happy with the fact that they didn't have to reference Ron Howard anymore when they needed an Opie.
It's Blank and Anthony,
right.
And it's we've made the New York Times crossword puzzle and many others.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm like you. I don't like crossword puzzles whatsoever.
No, I was always big on a nice crypto quote.
Oh, really?
Cryptogram. I do like looking at a bunch of random letters and then figuring out what the hell they're saying. Yeah, it's kind of fun.
I'll just do the Sudoku. That's about it. That's the only thing I'm into these days. But they're easy. They're like really quick and whatever. So, But there you go. Thank you, Dollar Shave Club.
It's very nice of them.
One thing is missing from the gift box, Sam Roberts.
What?
The envelope.
Oh.
The envelope.
They don't need to give you an envelope because you just did that whole thing just now.
I understand, but I'm assuming now the envelope will
I think the
arrive.
envelope goes to the people down the hall.
Yeah, but we could take a little off the top.
A little skim?
Yeah, a little taste
What you
for
got
the
for
boys.
breakfast?
What?
What you got for breakfast over there?
What are you talking about?
Well, what's in
I'm
your...
hiding my health shake, so I don't discuss it anymore.
You won't even discuss the health shake?
No, it's over there, and I'll be drinking it later.
Damn.
Usually it's front and center.
Tough customer.
You used to have such fun with that.
Well, yeah.
I don't know if I wouldn't consider it fun. Their definitions of fun are a lot different.
There's some almond milk in there today.
Whoa.
Some almond milk.
Does that do the same thing that regular, like milk goes?
I
almond
think
milk
so.
Gets you all phlegmy?
Yeah.
I think it's not really milk. They just call it milk. It's not coming
Yeah.
from a cow or anything, I don't think.
Oh, no.
And I got some raspberries in there, some blueberries.
Oh.
I said no vegetables today.
Oh.
A banana and oatmeal.
That banana does do wonders to everything.
All right.
Everything gets thrown in. It's just marvelous.
I love a good banana.
Oh.
Yeah, I went to the Riotcast podcast last night.
Oh.
It is so frustrating
Yeah.
to see what was going on last night.
Yeah.
I don't understand why satellite radio is allowing podcasts to pass them by. But it is so obvious that that's what's happening out there.
Yeah.
It was the Rich and Bonnie podcast, My Wife Hates Me. Mm-hmm. It was at the Village
Underground. Gnomes Club.
And it's a beautiful place down there in the village near the Comedy Cellar. And the stage is set up beautifully with some lighting. They have their logo on the sides and nice comfy chairs and a big, huge... I tweeted a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. And look, there's Big A at the bottom of my picture, getting a big head in my picture. Look how nice that looks, the stage.
Yeah. Set up nicely.
And then Dan Soto did about 10, 15 minutes of stand-up, and he killed it. And then Rich comes out and does about 10 minutes of stand-up. He killed it. Then Bonnie, same thing. And then they start their podcast. All nice. And then Ron Bennington came out. He was like the guest marriage counselor. And they put together a really, really nice show.
Yeah.
Really nice. And we come in here and it's 1998. These microphones.
It's
it's
regular radio.
Tom Papa does. We do those come to Papa's from there. That's what we
Right.
do them in the Village Underground.
Yeah.
And they're set up well for performing and recording. And
Yeah.
they have it kind of down now. And Bobby's done these before, and they always go great.
Yeah, and Bobby's produced it perfectly.
Yeah, he is an ass, but man, he really knows this stuff well.
He's an
Bobby's
ass.
great with podcasts and putting that shit together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice music cues and everything. It was just tight. It was like
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
It's a podcast.
Yep.
The
Yeah.
place was packed. Everyone's laughing their asses off, and it was just a lot of fun, but frustrating.
Yeah.
When you think about what this could have been. I don't believe it could be anything anymore. To be honest with you, I really don't. I think the radio show's fine. We do a very good job every day, but I don't really believe that anything spectacular is going to happen with Sirius XM moving forward. It is what it is, and I guess they'll just ride it out until probably podcasts just destroy this place.
They're kind of two different animals at this point. They kind of each went their separate way. This is more of that, hey, we're driving somewhere, let's tune in and listen to current news and things like that. And a podcast is more of you could listen at any time during the week before it gets a little dated. It's more for, you're hanging out, you're listening through your headphone thing.
Are you going to be like Todd?
What do you mean?
They can't do what we do.
No, I'm just saying it's
We're
a different...
local and live.
No, I'm just saying it does seem like it's forked off into two different areas.
But I think that's going to be the next stage of podcasts, where they figure out where they go, more to a live type of thing.
Yeah, once you can distribute it like that.
Eric Logan warned me many years ago. This was before the first podcast really hit. He goes, podcasts are the future. Ooh. You guys should embrace them. And what we did at the time was we embraced the podcast. And this goes back to my point yesterday that we don't truly run our channel. We can make some decisions here and there, sure, but not big decisions. Yeah. And we got all our pals in the early days to get their podcasts on our channel.
Yeah.
And then they started dropping off because the company didn't want to pay them. They didn't want to pay someone like Bill Burr, who's now a huge star out there around the world. Because Bill finally said, I ain't doing it for free anymore, dude.
Yeah.
I need to get paid.
And I'm fucking stupid.
And I understood him. Yeah. I'm like, of course you want to be paid. He goes, my days of doing stuff for free to get, promotion is over. I don't need to do that anymore.
Yeah.
At the time, Patrice O'Neill was coming in. We were paying him, but then we didn't have really a lot of money for him anymore.
I remember that.
Who else did we lose over the years?
Are we still doing anything with Rogan's?
Yeah, Rogan.
Kevin Smith's they didn't do because I think they were a little too. The lawyers get too territorial about content.
Right.
And so a guy like Kevin Smith is not going to let you own his content.
No.
What do you like? Do you own the music you play?
Right.
What is it about live talk that they think that we're just these fucking shitheads that they can
just want to own it?
Yeah, it's like the lawyers have to realize you don't own.
We want to own Clerks now.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
They don't want to pay anyone, and then they want to own their content. That's just not fair or right. It's just not right.
Thinking.
It's just not right. You can't. I believe, let's use Dr. Steve as an example. The guy makes, I think, about $150 a week.
Righteous bucks.
That is nothing. It costs him more money to do the podcast every week because he has to pay guys and he's got equipment and this and that. And then on top of it, they own his name. Like, that's just not right or fair.
Not at all.
No?
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's just, like, I like doing the radio show. Like, Rogan has, of all the ones, I think as far as what I would like, Rogan is the closest in that he does a 3-hour show.
Right.
And it goes live on YouTube. So, like, you can listen to, my fucking Twitter when I did Joe's show blows up.
Oh, mine did too, man.
But then it blows up again. The
Yeah.
second time when it actually goes up even more people. But you can do a live, have call-ins. Like, that's what I like. I like the live knowing that people are listening right now.
And this is all stuff we just, wanted for here, and we just can't get it done. Just a dumb camera in studio that supposedly, because now I'll hear about this, supposedly they're working on the, the video element again. And no offense to the guys down the hall. We've heard it for so many years. I don't believe it until I see it.
See my little monitor that I got for the phones?
All right, that's
You
nice.
have a little monitor. That's true.
That's good. So,
everything else is still.
And we officially don't even have a budget for the show anymore. So,
No?
No, we don't.
Do we have a budgie? Little bird? That'd be nice. Let's get a budgie.
But to see,
it's a little parakeet.
I assumed you should a little bird after. I hate it.
But to see that last night was a bit frustrating. It was really, really well done. I'm not sure when the podcast will go live.
Did Bobby produce it?
Yeah, the one they did last night. I'm not sure when it'll be available, but I certainly recommend everyone check it out because it was really solid. I hope they leave the stand up on the podcast. I'm not sure if they will. Or
probably not.
No,
I bet they don't want to.
You don't want to burn your material like that.
Yeah, but if it's like Dan Soder and he knows he's going to be, recording, he might just use some stuff he doesn't,
right.
care too much about. That's why, like, the Patrice benefit that went down recently, so many people came up with a great idea. Why don't you guys, put that out on CD or DVD or a podcast? And the reason is because these guys don't want to, burn out their material. They have their material that they need to work for at least a year to make real money out there.
Yeah.
And that's why you don't get to, see those things on CD and DVD.
And it's not comics being like, I almost understood, like, people give Dane a lot of shit at that benefit where he didn't let his stuff get streamed. It was sort of, I think he probably should have just done older material and let that get streamed because it's not like music. Like, once people hear the joke, it just won't. It's like, it's really hard. Believe me, I wish we could do what musicians do and just kind of
use your same shit, mix and match.
Yeah, right. I'm experiencing erection difficulties, and the crowd would like, you bought her a treadmill.
I love that one.
Yeah, it doesn't work
my
that way.
favorite.
It just gets uncomfortable.
Yeah,
from the audience. When they heard it.
Right.
But that's the reason why that stuff doesn't go down. These guys really need to protect their material.
Yeah, because you can't. It's just an impossibility to create enough good stuff constantly to always have it burned like that. When you burn it like on TV, like I think Rodney would do. That's why Leno doesn't do specialty set because then it's burned.
Right.
You can't do it. I think Rodney had writers because he would do so much Tonight shows and so much shit that once it was burned,
that was it.
You want to do something else.
Although if you're a comedy fan, you don't mind hearing jokes you've already heard.
Yeah, but the laugh isn't the same. It's
No.
like, you feel it,
True.
but it's like that. You know, like that laugh you have when you hear something for the first
For the
time.
first
It's like,
time, right?
fuck.
Unexpected,
Yeah.
hits you by surprise, comes out of left field kind
Yeah.
of thing. Yeah.
So, anyway, it was great. Good job to Bob Kelly and everybody else down there.
Well, for
Yeah, it was a good night.
I started watching Boardwalk finally. Boardwalk Empire.
Okay.
Finally.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty goddamn good.
Yeah.
Not that I'm, breaking any new ground here. Was it fucking 5 years old?
Still, it's.
How many seasons are there?
I think
4?
they just finished season 4.
4?
I'll just say season 4 ended, and there's a couple things that happened that I loved.
Yeah?
Loved it. Yeah.
I like it. I finished up House of Cards, and it opened up that, like, all right, need a new show.
Yeah.
Need another show. So I put that. It's some familiar faces in there from, like, The Sopranos and The Wire. And
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty cool. You're like, oh, that guy.
Michael K. Williams is,
Michael K.
Chalky.
Williams.
Yeah.
Chalky.
I heard the first season was a little slow, though.
A lot of
true or
character
not?
development and
Right.
shit like
Yeah.
that.
I heard it really picks up after that.
Yeah, I'm only a few episodes in.
See
too,
Michael
but
Shannon
I like
yet?
it. It looks great.
Michael Shannon. We had him in.
Oh yeah, that we had on. Yeah. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
The show looks great. Huge. It's like big production. I like that. I like when a TV series, even though it's HBO, looks like a fucking movie.
Yeah.
A lot of that's green screen too. Like a lot of the boardwalk scenes.
Exterior boardwalk
are green
scenes.
screen.
I saw that on online. There's a whole YouTube thing dedicated to some of these what they're doing with CGI on some of these shots, and it's amazing.
It
looks like the old fucking boardwalk.
They're not going to have movie shoots.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Just
Why would you?
The good thing is they combine the two also. They do an exterior shot. I mean,
Right.
it's outside, so it's not just the actors in front of a green screen.
Right.
They could be on a boardwalk with some sets, and then they just build on
And they just
top
add
of it.
stuff, right.
So it takes away that actor in front of the green screen kind of weird look.
Right.
But it just adds this huge element
Well,
to
you
it.
saw the videos for Wolf of Wall Street,
Yeah,
right?
Wolf of Wall Street was another one. Just
What?
amazing.
I think it's on YouTube. They show how they built these scenes.
Built these scenes out of, like, they'll just take a house on a beach house, and turn it into a giant complex.
Oh,
with
they did that
CGI.
instead of just releasing a house. That's
And then did they
Yeah.
erase the houses or add houses
Then they
around
did
them?
a
I
little
forgot.
both. They erased it
Right.
to make it
Yeah, it's a
look
really
like,
cool video. We could put it on our Facebook page. It's on Vimeo,
Yeah,
actually. Yeah.
can't really. It's
Yeah, I didn't know they did that. I didn't. Realize
Oh
they
my
had-
God! Yeah, there was
so much. Yeah,
the boat scene. He wasn't even on a boat the whole
No,
time. Look,
it's-
this
it's amazing.
a Hampton's house, right?
Yeah,
Oh, I see, yeah.
A little
They show with
flyover
the-
with the pool, and then
And
they
this is
show
exact.
they added in
This,
so
this
many
is
trees.
what the house actually looked like. No, they take the trees out.
It's amazing what they can
And
do.
they built all this. They built just houses around the big mansion,
They just drop shit right in.
and that's it.
I had no idea that they did that, or that like.
A
Yeah.
lion walking through the office. That looks real. But there's the guy with the trainer, and then they erase the trainer.
They take him out and add in people, and it looks like he's.
Wow, I guess they had to green screen a lion in because the potential for a lion biting someone's hand off.
Yeah, that could be a little rough.
It is a cool video, though. Check it out on
It's amazing.
on our Facebook page. We're putting it
I
up
love
there
what they're
right now.
doing.
Can you?
A lot of people have seen this before, but
Picture 20 years from now when when there's literally when video is no longer considered proof because everything is so real looking.
So real looking and fake.
And they can do like those live 3D things on stage now. Wait till
Yeah.
they can capture De Niro or Pacino or whatever new actor they have in every single angle. They can literally make movies without using the actor. That will eventually happen.
There's a Dove chocolate commercial, chocolate bar commercial that's out right now, and it uses an old actress. What the fuck's her name?
Audrey Hepburn?
Audrey Hepburn. They completely CGI'd her, like her face. It's completely like they had photos of her from every angle from the old days, I gather, and just built.
so this is what Jimmy's talking about.
And this is her, and you can tell that something looks a little off.
Right.
But it's done very well. She's in a bus.
And it's only going to get better.
Yeah.
It's just not there yet. Yeah.
And it's like that's.
Is that her?
Yeah, but that's all fake.
She was hot.
Yeah, she was a cutie.
It doesn't seem off.
Let me see. Wow. Yeah. It's
Like-
just
And then a guy in a car.
Audrey. Okay.
It's
Wow.
all-
She was fucking hot.
It's fucking fake.
Big eyebrows,
Yeah.
boyish hairdo. She was quite delightful, though.
She is delightful.
Isn't it scenes from movies, though, or no?
No, from what I read about this, they just fucking CGI'd her face.
Wow.
Seriously?
Yeah. Look at her little blinky. She's got them doe eyes.
Wow. That's well done.
Isn't it?
That is creepy.
It's like a scene in Italy or something, and she's in the back of a convertible. That is really well done.
Pretty cool.
Fuck, man.
But they'll be doing shit like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did she die of, Audrey Hepburn? She's dead, right? Yeah.
Old fucking age.
Was it that it? Or was
I don't know. What did Audrey Hepburn drop dead of?
Wow, she was
Probably
she
some
was
kind
hot,
Oh my God! I never realized how attractive she was.
Probably some kind of cancer.
Yeah, old people stuff gets just shitty.
Old people stuff.
Wow.
Old people stuff.
Cancer?
The big casino?
Appendiceal appendix cancer.
What year?
Can't you just take it out?
You're supposed to take the appendix out.
I'm sure they thought of that.
93.
93.
How old was she?
63.
63. So she'd only be
63? Fuck.
She'd be what, 84, 85 now?
So she's born in 33. We're 1930. So those films are probably like in the 50s when she was in her 20s.
Damn.
All right. Wow, she was very pretty.
Yeah.
Breaking news, Audrey Hepburn was attractive.
Good one, Jim.
Yeah. I mean, who says podcasts are passing us by? I fire out the fresh information.
What are you going to do? You just hope something drastic happens around here that changes the game.
I'm just thinking how I can get myself and Audrey Hepburn. How can I get the rights to her image where I can have that little dough mouth open?
Yes.
And have my wiener shoved into it. While I
what we
tweedle
need.
my nipples and she looks up and blinks her doe eyes.
Tweedle, blink, blink.
Anyway,
next.
looks like we're looking at a ghost plane, huh?
I don't know what's going on with that goddamn thing.
I think what it is.
It hooked some fucking turn.
The Malaysian airplane crash. That thing was a ghost plane now. It's so funny. It was breaking news yesterday during the day that the plane, they were searching in the wrong area, that the plane actually made a pretty much came
A sharp left turn.
like 360 degrees basically, and started going back to the way it came from.
That's a 180.
Right, 180.
360 would be the same direction.
I gotta tell you, I'm a little slow today. And I didn't party or anything. Just going out and then going home, I can't fall to sleep. I just
Why is
toss
that?
and I don't know why.
Yeah.
What time did you get home?
Did I have too much excitement?
Too much excitement.
Is that what it is?
Your little heart was pumping. You were buzzing with ideas.
Yeah, I don't.
All excited.
I don't go out much during the week, and I don't really drink or anything. I had 2 beers, and I was just like, ugh,
What time
I
did
don't
you
even like
finish?
it. I was home by 11 at the latest, and went right to bed and just tossed and turned all night.
Your little feety pajamas were all kicking, all happy.
Just excitement. I don't know what it is.
Excitement.
It's so stupid. I just went out. Why am I so excited and then I can't rest my brain and my body and get some sleep? Dumb.
If I'm watching TV in bed, which I usually am, and then I decide to just flip my head over to look the opposite way of the TV, like a fucking light switch.
How?
Bam! Out!
And then you sleep with the TV on all night. I cannot do that.
Wake up like in the middle of the night, like groggy to some bad infomercial, and then I'll just nod back out.
How do you do that, man?
I don't know.
Oh, it's the best. I love sleep.
I need complete darkness, complete silence.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Are you a light sleeper after you go to sleep? Like if somebody comes in the room, are you going to wake up?
Well, I've brought it up over the years. I'm an extremely light sleeper, which frustrates everyone around me because my mom used to like check to see if we were breathing. And you would wake up in the middle of the night to see your own mom inches from your face.
Yeah. Wow, that's creepy, yeah.
She was always checking on us.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the reason. If my wife puts the keys in the door and I'm napping, I will wake up.
Oh, see, that's
And she knows, too, so
nutty.
she tries to be really quiet.
I've been crapped out on the couch and had construction fucking going on in my house.
I've seen
I
it.
just...
You've done it during radio shows.
Yes,
Like,
I fell asleep during
how is he
the show.
sleeping?
It's great.
I sleep better now because I don't drink as much coffee. The coffee that was evil as far as getting a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
If you drink coffee past 9 a.m., it messes up your sleep cycle.
That's 9.
It's so stupid.
It does sound
A little bit of an
crazy.
exaggeration, but I mean, if you have like an early afternoon cup of coffee, yeah.
Yeah.
But No, I sleep pretty good these days, but for whatever reason, toss and turn last night. So yeah, 180-degree turn.
Yeah.
With this airplane, and they said it was 350 miles off course.
Yee.
And then obviously it crashed. You think it crashed into that island, that little island they're searching around?
Yeah, it could have been anywhere, right? And it's still in the water.
No, there would have been a fire or
land.
something that they would have seen smoke. There was only a few hours later they started looking.
Yeah.
What was Flight 370's route? They're asking. Everyone's just trying to figure this out. So now they're in the right body of water trying to find something.
So you think maybe they had rapid decompression and then everyone just fucking passed out?
They said the path was on such an extreme straight line that is very, very suspicious. They said if the pilots were still, awake or whatever the hell, it wouldn't have been that straight of a line. So they're starting to lean toward pretty much a ghost plane where everyone was dead or unconscious.
Giant plane.
And that plane was just through the night.
Till it just runs out of gas.
Or whatever, yeah.
Or like just autopilot clicks off.
But yeah, it wouldn't have run out of, you're right, you know what, it wouldn't have run out of gas because it was an hour into a long flight.
Right.
And why would the autopilot just
That's
click
true.
off?
Yeah, it wouldn't. Unless the...
Maybe it was just slowly going down.
Maybe that's it, right? Oh, man.
Or maybe there was no autopilot on. So maybe it took 350 miles to descend.
Well, if it's flying that straight, it just shows that there was probably an autopilot on or someone in control of it.
But they don't think someone's in control just because of how straight the flight path was.
Yeah. And then if you decompress rapidly, but it's not enough to bust the plane apart, the oxygen masks do come down. Like, I can't imagine everybody didn't put their masks on.
Well, maybe just the two guys that need to didn't. Maybe everybody in the back did.
Oh, shit. They're all just like, hey, I hope they're okay up there.
Boy.
They just fucking crashed down.
Wow.
That's pretty bad.
I say they find something today.
Yeah?
Yeah, they'll find something floating
You think
around
today?
I think so. Let's go to Buzzard in good old Boston. Buzzard.
Oh, hey, Jimmy, I fucking love you guys.
Of course you do.
That fucking plane that crashed had a cracked wing on a tarmac like a year ago.
Yeah, but didn't they just fix that or something?
On the tarmac.
Well, I think it was the slanted wing that got nipped.
Hey, easy. I hear you.
Punching out.
Punching out.
Wow, I wonder if... No, but it wouldn't have flown straight if there was a crack in the wing. That had nothing to do with it because it would have...
That's the mystery of it. I mean, if it was a cracked wing or it came apart or something, there wouldn't be this mystery. The fucking odd thing about this is the fact that it turned, flew straight for 350 miles, drops off a radar, no transponder. Like, there's all these things in there that just lead to a bunch of options. It could be pilot suicide still. It could be, that everybody on the plane instantly lost consciousness. It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's just a weird fucking turn of events with this thing.
From that height, too, man.
They do know it just veered wildly off course, so they don't think it's terrorism at this point.
Yeah.
They're leaning away from that anyway.
How 350 miles? How long did it take, do you think, to make that trip at that height?
350 miles? It's under an hour, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's probably
about a half hour,
maybe 45 minutes, 40 minutes.
I was going to say, 45 minutes sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, they do at that height, say 550 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Just a bizarre turn of events. I mean, have they ever lost a plane for this long without any trace? I know that Air France plane that left Brazil had a problem, but they knew it went down in the ocean.
Amelia Earhart. Maybe, this is the first one since then.
Since fucking, the
good old
big
Amelia.
war. But it's like, I don't remember hearing of anything where a plane this large with this many people on it disappeared without a trace.
That's unbelievable.
Oceanic, maybe.
Yeah, good old Oceanic.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the latest on that.
Latest on that is there's not really much latest.
No.
Just the turn.
And then in other news, close to home, this Obama guy was in town.
Obama came to New York.
Look, the president can't just do these trips anymore. Back in the day, a president, of course, the Kennedy thing ruined it, for future presidents. But they can't just come in and out of big, huge cities and do regular things for photo ops.
Yeah.
Traffic in Manhattan yesterday was a complete and utter nightmare. The traffic was at a standstill. I had family members doing things yesterday, and they basically couldn't move.
No, it freezes the whole city up.
And this is so Obama could have a photo op at a Gap store here in Times Square.
He was shopping at the Gap for his wife and daughter. And it was such a surprise. I don't think anyone knew about it. He must have just turned and said, hey, I want to go shopping at the Gap. Oh, that's right. It was pre-planned.
They found out an hour before.
An hour.
Did they really?
Yeah, because I'm sure Secret Service had to go in.
Of course, yeah.
But they have found out an hour before. And there was like 20 customers. But I wonder if they told the customers. Probably not.
They don't shut down just a road anymore for the president. I've seen the motorcade come. I've seen the Obama motorcade come through New York at least 2, maybe 3 times. Oh no, one of them might have been Bush, and I've seen Bush's motorcade a couple times over the years. They shut down entire sections of the city now. It's not just one road, so everyone is inconvenienced. And then he walks around a Gap store to pick out sweaters and stuff, so it makes all the papers this morning. Like, they got to do away with that. It's just not fair to anyone anymore.
No.
People lost business yesterday.
Do you think
they couldn't get stuff done?
Do you think the people that work there were like, I'll be with you in a minute? Like they're helping other customers?
They were too busy smiling and jerking off.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the president's in our store
buying
right
a
now.
sweater.
Oh my God.
I put that sweater out.
Oh boy, I'm going to have to refold that one that he just picked up.
Yeah. You think Obama refolds or just throws it back on the pile?
He throws it back.
They said it was weird because they thought he would refold it, but he threw it on the floor. And then he said to the woman, pick it up, white bitch. And they're like, wow, that doesn't sound like something a president should be saying.
The Gap.
Yeah.
We get it, Obama.
But that just snarls traffic in a horrendous way. I mean, if you're coming to New York, you got some fundraisers. I guess that's what it was. Go to your dumb fundraisers and get the hell out of here so people could go back to work.
He was making a statement here. I'm reading it I heard it on the news. It is a minimum wage thing.
It is.
There was something going on. I guess
Gap people don't make minimum wage, do they?
Somebody that works there, maybe a stockroom guy. But they took the minimum wage and raised it higher than the state minimum wage for Gap employees that do make minimum.
Oh, okay.
And he wanted to show, like, I'm supporting businesses that blah, 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 blah. And then I guess he was also talking about
what happens to those. What happens to those sweaters?
Oh boy,
his wife and girls are not wearing the Gap stuff. I'm telling you right now.
You think they're on the top of the drawer or on the front and center in the closet?
I would imagine he brings them back to the White House, and then they ship them
off to charity.
Off to some kind of charity.
Goes to fucking Uganda. Goes to the Congo.
You think Michelle Obama is going to walk around with a Gap sweater?
Hannah.
Hannah. No.
Yeah.
I want to say hi to...
The only thing Gap on her are those teeth.
Whoa. Leonard in Atlanta. Leonard.
Hey, I got something to add to that little plane mystery. I heard on the news overnight that the cell phones of all the passengers, the majority of them are still showing in...
We heard that.
We heard that.
But it's not.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday.
Well, I'm about half brain dead, so I probably didn't hear it yesterday.
Yeah, no, it doesn't mean anything.
So, what would that mean?
If I smash my phone and you call it, it's still going to ring.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They say, they're still ringing, the phones.
Of course they are.
Just ring. It's,
phones always ring. Even if the phone itself isn't ringing, you hear it on your end ringing.
Right.
When have you ever called a phone and heard no ringing but a voice going, that phone's broken?
Yes, the phone was involved in a plane crash.
But didn't they say the other day that the phones were kind of picking up, too, or something, and then hanging up, or...
It was probably just that thing where it rings for a while and then stops.
Yeah.
It makes like a little weird sound that would sound like a pickup if you're hoping there's a dead relative.
Right.
You're hoping against hope. But it's not. It's just, it makes a weird clicking sound and stops ringing.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't think that means anything.
What do you think, Leonard? You called with this.
Yeah, exactly. Leonard, what?
Well, I think I'm just a damn dumbass.
All right, buddy. Let me go to Timmy in New York City. He's a highway cop. Timmy, you got some insight on this Obama thing?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Yeah, we know way in advance where he's going to go. Like, as far as Jimmy said he thought going to the Gap was like oh, geez, I'm nervous.
I listened to him.
Decision. Like,
I love how we have to point it out. You're nervous.
Just make believe you're pulling us over and you're the fucking alpha.
Right.
Yes.
Christ. Walk up to that window. It sucks.
Yeah, we know where he's going. We have guys in cars plus regular foot posts that are all over the place. Like, he came and went to Junior's cheesecake place a couple months ago, and that we did not know, and that was like utter panic.
Yeah.
What happened? He just decided to do it?
Yeah, we knew initially before he landed, we knew that he was going to make a stop to Junior's, and it was like a big deal because normally there's guys like literally on every single street corner, every block is shut down, and in that case it wasn't. So like we were going down the street and there was like intersections with cars just stopped at lights, intersections with no cop. Like it was obviously fine, but like as far as we're concerned, like we thought it kind of made us look bad because normally it's just like a smooth shot. It takes him 2 seconds to go across town, and it took like 5 minutes.
Can he, like, I know that once in a while the president will do what they call those unscheduled stops, and the Secret Service never wants them to do it.
No.
But if he just wants to do something, go, stop, I want to get out here, they just have to scramble and guard, right?
I'd advise against that, Mr. President.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How dare you, sir?
Yeah, or if he throws a terrorist off his plane and says, get off my plane.
My plane.
Oh, Harrison Ford's a douche. Take the earring out, you're 58, asshole. Enough with Harrison Ford.
58. He wishes he was 58.
Yeah, whatever he is.
He's probably 68 at this point.
So, yeah, you guys all know, right?
We don't necessarily know. Like in the main motorcade, there'll be a federal guy with us, and then they don't even talk to us. You kind of just have to like overhear what they're talking about.
Right.
But we basically know the route. He gets in the car, we move him from point A to point B, and then the rest of that stuff we don't really know.
Oh, one of those things. I'm in charge here. Not anymore.
Yeah,
right.
I'm the captain. He improv that. Did you know that?
I never
Did he really?
That.
Yeah, it was I'd love to really ask him about that.
I hear he's broke. That poor guy is broke already.
He got a few grand for the movie,
and that's it.
It was a while ago.
Yeah, he bought a pork pie hat. He spent $34,000 on it. Idiot.
Yeah, he didn't win the award.
All right, Timmy.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks, Phil.
But the president moving around doing regular things, you can't do it anymore.
No.
Because too many people suffer and can't get their jobs done.
But they
can't go about their business.
The Secret Service is right, though. Like, because Gerald Ford did that walk that time through that park. And didn't the woman try to shoot or stab him or
Is that Squeaky?
No. I don't know if that was a Squeaky Fromm incident. I think it was Gerald Ford. And it was a walk through at a park, and they didn't want him to do it. But he just
two
decided
people tried to kill Ford.
Both women.
Yeah, both chicks.
Squeaky Fromm and the other one, like, across the street at a hotel. Did she shoot at him, or she just pulled a gun and somebody grabbed it?
What happened? Is Squeaky still alive?
The Squeakster? I think so.
The Squeakster?
She's still in jail, I hope.
She was such a weirdo.
Yeah.
That fucking wacky look she had.
I tell you, Manson must have a huge cock, because he really owns women.
Lynette Squeaky Fromm. Yes. Yeah. And Manson got a lot of them broads.
Let's go to Elliot in Jersey. Elliot.
Boy.
Yeah, enough with the boys.
It should.
What's up, Elliot?
Well, cell phones, when powered on, will ring. When cell phones are powered off or there's no power going to them, they just go straight to voicemail.
So what do you think? Aliens?
I think they're powered on. They're still on. They're getting a signal, and they're crashed somewhere.
Here's another another theory coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plane was taken.
Thank you.
Landed somewhere. Yeah. All the people are being held as hostages while the plane is fitted with explosives and whatnot to be used in a huge terrorist attack where they will fly it into something with big explosives. There you go.
You just made that up?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good theory. It's a good theory.
Yeah.
Except
where you're going to land a fucking 777
and
without anyone noticing.
There'd be an issue if all of a sudden they're like, yeah, it's the captain, we're back. What happened? Oh, we'll talk to you about it.
Long story.
We'll talk to you about it.
Long story.
We'll talk to you about it if we land, when we land.
You know what? We're probably going to laugh about this.
Yeah. Eventually we'll have a good laugh about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The squeaky girl got paroled. She's out, according to John in South Carolina.
Is Squeaky from fucking walking around?
I believe I'm almost...
She tried to kill the president.
Once you shoot at a president, you should never get out. Fucking Hinckley, because it's such a violation of the entire country.
Yeah.
Fucking then John Hinckley gets to go home. And fuck this piece of shit. I don't care that Reagan lived. He should never be allowed to leave his cell. Never.
He's still doing those day passes or whatever?
Yeah.
Are they supervised, unsupervised? What are they?
There's a different set of rules when you kill a cop because they're a protected group because they wear uniforms.
Yeah.
And there should be a different set of rules. If you take a shot at the president, you should never fucking get out.
Right.
Well,
Ever.
Fucking James Brady's drooling into his lap.
Right.
And this guy's just walking around.
The cell phones, they could track that if they're still on. So
Yeah,
I'm sure
why wouldn't
they
they do
tried.
that?
I'm sure they did that already.
Yeah.
Then they're all in the same place somewhere. Oh boy.
Yeah. Whoops.
Oh no. Ooh. I say they find the plane today. Today's the day.
Southeast Asia.
Today they find the crash site.
A lot of real estate down there to fuck around with.
Yeah, but they said they got like 3 warships and 2 helicopters, so they're good.
Yeah,
they're good with the
it?
search. Yeah. So it's just a matter of time.
Well,
ooh, food is here.
Look at that.
I say that whenever I look at Kenny's pants.
Oh. Oh, Kenny.
So what's the big deal with the Zack Galifianakis interview?
He has pretty big balls, Zach. He's did he ask the president? He said, "What's it like to be the last black president?"
Yes, that's pretty funny.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
We got clips from that. Is it a long interview?
No, it's 6 minutes long.
All right, so we'll do it after the break.
Yeah.
There's a nice
only
buzz
heard
on
some
this
clips.
thing from Funny or Die.
It looked photoshopped or green screen. Something like maybe they did it in a safe location for Obama and then green screened it in the background.
Yeah.
It was at the White House.
Oh, it was.
It was at the White House.
That's what they all look like, though.
Oh, they do? Okay, I've never watched it.
That's a coup right there.
One more call on the plane thing because it's based on a book. This whole thing is based on a book.
Yeah?
It's similar to a plot in a book.
Oh, is it?
According to Chuck in Chicago. Chuck.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, buddy.
Chuck Bobuck. You can never do Chuck with the name game.
Yes, you could. Chuck, Bo Buck, Banana Fana, Do Duck,
No.
Me, My, Mo Muck.
It was Banana Fana for fuck. And you get in trouble.
I wouldn't even, that wouldn't occur to me.
Yes, it did occur to me all the time with the name game. But then Anthony or Tony would come up. Tony, Boboni, and I would start crying.
As you should.
Because I did not want to be called Tony, first of all. That was not my name. My name is Anthony. And I didn't like the name game song. And my brother used to point at me and sing it, and I would start crying.
My friend Bunt hated that game, too.
So make sure he gets one less plug on this show. Let's get him back, finally.
Yeah, huh?
Let's get Joe back for what he did to you.
I know.
Chuck, go ahead, buddy.
If I can't remember the name of the book, but if you Google stolen 727 terrorist plot, somebody wrote a book about this, and it was a far-fetched idea that somebody stole a plane and was going to fly it into a building in Philadelphia. But it was based on a true story of a 727 that was stolen in the 70s that they don't think was linked to terrorism, but somebody did steal it and flew it off. They think it crashed, but it's not too far-fetched to think that somebody could steal a plane and land it somewhere. I mean, in that area of the world, there are just millions of square miles of nothing.
Here's the problem with your theory. We would have known this by now.
Yes.
If you're going to go through the trouble of stealing a plane and landing it somewhere, whoever did that would like to tell the world by now.
Because the military
what are they waiting
tracked it.
for?
It's on military radar. It's just not the transponder didn't communicate, but they know where they probably have a much better idea now of where it was.
We're what? Four days into this, they would be going, okay, yeah, we did hijack the plane, and this is what we want.
Mm-hmm.
That's absolutely true, but the thing is, in that area of the world, you're not dealing with as many close radar arrays together. And if you have something low enough that is going to be shielded by the curve of the horizon, radar won't pick it up. Now, it's far-fetched, I grant you that, but it's not unthinkable that somebody could be hiding this plane and, modifying it for some type of terrorist purpose.
Look, man, a lot of these pilots over the years have seen, what they think is, UFOs and alien spaceships.
Yeah.
Oh, how amazing would this be?
They just fucking snatched the goddamn
If
plane.
the aliens took the airplane. That is a game changer for the world.
Jesus.
How great would that be?
They finally find the fucking plane. It's a satellite image of like the top of Mount Everest, and it's just sitting up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine if the aliens, that's what they do.
They just placed it up there gently. Yeah, to be dicks. Wouldn't you do that if you had the potential to be an alien dick? Just let's place it up there in pristine condition, right on the fucking summit.
Right on the point.
And you guys figure it out.
Oh, my God, would we be scared? And then they just go away for another, 1,000 years.
Right, who cares?
Right.
Yeah.
It's their Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
Yes. And they find little alien dumps on the way. They and the passengers report that the aliens are all squatting and dropping little green duties on the way, and then they zipped away.
And what they interpreted as alien chuckles, just laughing.
Yes, they high-fived with their three-fingered hands and laughed. Smeared it on the window.
Pulling gags.
Wrote obscenities.
It's the equivalent of just running over mailboxes with your car.
Right. Let's say hi to Keith in Jersey. Keith.
Yo, Keith.
Gentlemen.
Hey, Keith.
It's Keith, Jimmy's Apple consultant.
Oh.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, great.
Sent you guys all that cereal back in October.
Hi, Keith.
Yeah, oof.
That laugh.
What's up, buddy?
Amy Schumer. Don't forget Amy Schumer State Theater on Saturday night in New Brunswick. But listen, there's an episode of Star Trek Voyager called The 37s, which they find Amelia Earhart and all these other people that have gone missing in plane disappearances over the years, and they were sucked into another part of the galaxy. There's also a movie
that didn't happen.
Christopherson and Cheryl Ladd called Millennium, in which anytime there's a plane disaster, people in the future grab the plane, hold it in suspended animation, offload the people, because apparently they can't breathe in the future, replace all the people's body doubles, bring the plane back to crash.
Yeah, and then they have those people.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then there's Close Encounters of the Third Kind, which, of course, you remember the big ship comes back and gives back, some of the people that were lost in the Bermuda Triangle and other places.
Yeah, this plane crashed somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm sure it did.
Okay.
It's all fun and games to speculate about aliens or some kind of conspiracy plots. But truth of the matter is, it probably just wandered away with no one at the controls and finally crashed somewhere.
All right.
Yeah, sure. But don't forget about Amy Schumer at the State Theater.
All right.
Jesus, White Knight over here.
Let's say hi to James in Ontario.
Former Apple consultant.
James.
Hey, just wondering, why did it take that country's military 3 or 4 days to report that a plane had gone through their airspace? Do they have nobody at the helm looking at the radar 24/7? It's a country with a military.
That's true.
Or maybe they knew from day one, but just didn't feel like telling us.
Yeah.
True.
Add another piece.
They don't have any responsibility to tell us anything.
False flag.
So what do you think that means, sir?
I mean, it's just, I feel like you're listing all the things that are weird about this case, and I just think it's another one, just another weird contributing factor.
Thing.
All right.
Well, until they find this fucking thing, there's not many questions going to be answered.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. That's been, 4 days? And
Craig.
Still don't know where the plane is. That's
Where is it?
unbelievable in this day.
Where is it?
I think. All right, when we get back, we got the Obama Funny or Die interview with Zack Galifianakis.
Yes, I want to hear that.
I could finally pronounce his name after all these years.
Galifianakis. It was
Zach?
weird. At first,
I had
it
a
was
tough time for long time. Galifianakis.
What it was.
So he did an interview with Obama, and then Fox News reacts to Obama on Funny or Die.
On Between Two Ferns. That's the show.
Oh, it's that show?
Yeah.
I don't watch it.
All right.
I'm not a fan of Zack Galifianakis. I gotta
Not
say.
really.
How can you not be a fan if you don't
He
watch
was great. I've seen clips over the years, Sam.
Yeah.
I have. I'm just not a fan of him for whatever reason. I think he's overrated. I think he was terrific in Hangover. How's his stand-up? I don't even know his stand-up.
He's funny. He's actually really funny.
Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't say that then.
Yeah, if you don't.
He's never done
You
our
like to
show.
say how you
Fuck him.
feel.
Fuck him. He's never done our show.
Fuck 'em. Yeah. Food? Eat time?
Food all right?
Food
All right.
Very busy show today. We got Bernard Hopkins coming in a little while.
He's fighting again.
He fights a lot.
Jesus. Tough motherfucker.
Boy, is he going to punch someone in the face? Is that what he's going to do this time?
A lot.
A lot, repeatedly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ask him about, he spoke in front of the Senate.
Oh, yeah?
About brain injuries and boxers, and I would like to ask him about that.
Yeah, if it's a problem in the NFL, you got to think it's a problem in boxing.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know how they do it.
Or
It's
how a guy
amazing.
like Hopkins stays as like mentally sharp and healthy, or Mayweather, who's 36 or 37 now.
Yeah.
Some guys just don't.
But those guys don't get hit a lot to the head.
But you know what he pointed out, which is, he said it's not the fight, it's in the gym. Because
That's
you
true.
forget, like, oh yeah, they spar and they're getting punched in the fucking face every day,
On a
all
daily
day. Yeah.
basis, yeah.
Even though they got that headgear still, it rattles the brain inside.
That's right.
It's all physics. It's still going to fucking...
That brain just moves around in there, man.
Yeah. Smashing into the inside of your skull.
Yeah, it's not anchored down.
Oh.
We also had the Zack Galifianakis interview with Obama.
All right. I wanted to hear a little of the ad.
Yes, very, very busy show.
Very busy.
Hi, who's this?
This is Bobo.
Oh, no.
Some of my friends were suggesting they call in to talk about that experience of watching My Wife Hates Me live at the Village Underground yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they did. I have to say, I don't know what the heck makes them click that they're still together, but I've never seen a couple argue that much and still be together.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I really have never seen anything like that in my life.
Your whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that in my whole life.
Right. We heard you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Also, I do got to announce that I am doing a little birthday gathering before the Met game on the 26th of April.
You're throwing your own birthday party?
Yeah, well, gathering. I'm encouraging all my friends and family to show up. I got some that are going to show up also.
I ran into Big A last night, and he said you just kept babbling about your birthday party.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to make. I was worried about people showing up. It's at McFadden's adjacent to City Field.
Uh-huh.
And, of course, you guys are invited.
Oh,
well.
wow. Thank you, Bobo, for the
That
big
is,
invite. I appreciate it. Congratulations on all the Twitter followers.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, guys.
You do realize they're not real followers, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. I realize that there's a lot of them that are not real followers. I mean, I know I got a lot of followers.
Well, not really.
But there's a lot more than, but not that much. And there's
How many is he up to?
222,000 followers.
How many do you think are real, Bobo? How many of those followers do you think are real followers of yours?
I think there might be 6,000.
Okay, all
So
right.
6,000 out of
222,000.
Almost 250,000.
All right, at least he's...
They always say 6 out of 222 ain't
Right.
bad.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's the average numbers I've seen in it. I've seen before. Whoever, I don't know who messed with my Twitter. I don't know who messed with this, not knowing any passwords, or did something that.
That's some kind of like spam program.
Yeah, Bobo. It's whatever it is.
Yeah. All right, buddy.
All right.
Good not seeing you last night.
Of course, the party's at 12 o'clock.
Okay, okay.
Still plugging.
It's a month and a half out, I think.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
When is it? April what?
April 26th.
All right, a month and a half out. You have plenty of time to get people there.
Noon or midnight?
Noon.
Oh.
All right, we got to go. Thanks, Bobo.
All right, I'll see you guys at Super Show 3.
Actually,
Well,
no, you won't.
maybe not.
No, I don't think you made the cut.
Bobo, is Jim invited to the birthday party?
He is. I said Jimmy's invited.
Jimmy, you going to drop everything to go to Bobo's birthday party?
No.
All right, Bobo, we got to go. It was a great phone call, though.
All right, I
phone call.
hope I did make the cut for Super Show 3.
We're not really sure.
Oh, God,
We're putting
no.
the lineup together right now.
We're pretty sure.
Here's my prediction.
Yeah.
Now this is all you will read on fucking Twitter and everything about how he hopes he makes the cut for Super Show 3.
Yeah, good luck. When is Super Show 3? Is it on the docket?
It is. We have to figure out some other events.
Why? Because Asia's pulled out?
Well, yeah, and we also don't want to just pile event on top of event on top of event.
Right. All right. I look forward to Super Show 3.
It's going to be great.
What day is it on?
What do you, I don't know yet. We don't know yet. That's what we're
We got to make sure Jimmy's here for this one.
Yes.
He missed the last one. And Colin Quinn has to be here as well.
Yeah, now we can work around people's schedules a little better than we could last time.
Good. What's wrong?
There's just only two guys making out on the news. Just
What's wrong with that?
it is just it's
Welcome to
there's
1999, everyone.
Like what?
no,
Exactly.
because instantly, I'm just being honest. The second you look and see it, there's just something that, as a heterosexual male, you look at and go, ugh.
I support butt.
Right.
It's
You support butt?
I support butts. I support butts. But it's rough to look at. You're right.
It is. It's just still foreign. There's this reaction that you're like, oh.
Two guys kissing is hard. Is uncomfortable.
Yes.
To watch.
Yeah.
It's
sorry.
I don't know why.
Just
It's the
is.
kissing. It's the intimacy of it.
Yes.
I think
I have
it's
enough trouble with a heterosexual couple kissing.
I think it's easier to see them blowing each other than actually kissing.
Yeah, like porno is just like, oh, that's what it is. It's porno. Who cares?
Yeah, the one guy turns his head all the way around. Turns that baseball cap around.
But that kissing thing is just looking into each other's eyes all lovingly and.
Yeah, caressing each other's cheeks.
I don't know, man. Look, I don't advocate any problems with the gay people. No violence, no discrimination, none of that shit. But if you're telling me there isn't some visceral reaction that men get watching that, some kind of revulsion, whatever you want to call it. It's there. Sorry.
But let me ask you this: is it gay?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
If a woman has a strap on and pokes it against your asshole, and just jabs it in a little bit, and asks you if you like your pussy filled while you're playing with your nipples. I'm just asking if that's gay.
If you like your pussy filled. Oh my God.
It's a question. It's a fair question.
Wow. Who's asking?
Are
you asking for a friend?
Yeah,
or?
just curious.
Okay.
That is a heck of a scenario. Wow. Like your pussy filled. Oh, Jimmy.
I'm just asking.
Oh.
Let's say hi to John in Jersey. John.
Hi, Shaq.
Hey, buddy.
Oh,
Fuck,
God
that's
damn
I
it.
can't stand it.
That should be an instant hang-up.
Yes, enough with the boys.
I love that most people don't even know the guy that did that.
I know.
Who's the guy's name who did that, sir?
I have no fucking clue.
Say?
It was Bruce Mittman when we were up in the Boston area at AAF, our GM. He used to call us boys. He would always come in, boys. Enough about the fabulous.
The check for the swiggy. Please don't talk about this.
He doesn't want you telling these stories anymore.
No. He said it's bad for business. Boys, have you seen Ozone? I'm a little light on the marijuana. Boys.
I forgot my stepladder to get into my SUV. Could you help me?
I got the biggest truck in the parking lot, boys, because I'm
tiny.
I'm pretty much considered a midget.
Yeah.
We loved the Bruce Mittman. Loved the guy. So what do you got?
Bill Burr has an awesome stand-up bit about watching two guys make out unexpectedly. It's fucking hilarious.
Is it on one of his CDs or something? Can we find that maybe, guys?
Who does?
Bill Burr?
Bill Burr.
All right, we'll play that because now it makes sense. We'll play it into break or something after our
Guys.
Bernard Hopkins interview. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, making out.
You just programmed
Making
our
out.
radio show. Feel good about yourself.
Making out.
Making out.
Making
Making
out.
out.
Tell myself I could be, should be.
Making out.
But all.
Oh, stop.
What?
Stop singing the song.
It's so bad it gets stuck in your head.
You don't like the song?
Oh.
Making out.
Oh. Frankenstein and the Wolfman. Oh, God, do I hate it.
Yeah. There's some Oakland Raiders making out.
Making out.
Oakland Raiders? Why?
Ralph Nader's got his Hut Crusaders.
But me.
All right. Wait, Sam, you don't like this song?
No, I don't like this song.
You really,
You know, I'm gonna get Bobo back on the phone now because you did this to us.
Oh, no.
I don't like this song. Turn it off.
Yeah, I think it should be turned off too.
That was a Todd shoehorn right there.
But I'm saying
Driving
if you
in his
don't,
Maverick.
if you don't like this song, you know what you should do.
Pitching a fit.
Oh, are you?
Another day
Yeah.
of hours of this, like it's just hitting my, it's playing ping pong in my brain back and forth. Get over, pitch in a fit, get over, a pitch in, it won't stop.
I know.
We kind of want to call our next live event Opie and Anthony pitching a fit.
Pitching a fit.
That's a good idea.
Pitching a
We'll
fit.
get over it.
Should we play the Bill Burr thing?
I don't know if this is it or not. I don't know.
We're going to break right now.
All right, we'll do it going to break. Should we do the Zack Galifianakis?
Yeah, I want
Everyone's
to
talking
hear
about the
that.
Obama thing.
My mother can't say his name. She's like, Zack Galifianakis. Oh, Mom. It is. Sometimes a good punch to the jaw straighten your mom right out.
From Funny or Die.
It's Between Two Ferns.
Yeah.
I know the show.
With Zack Galifianakis.
How did he get Obama?
The president.
They have a good relationship with the White House. They said the Funny or Die. They do.
No, they don't.
Am I lying?
I don't think you're lying, but Obama wants to get young people signed up to the health care.
Healthcare. That's how you get to the young people.
Right. Sorry I had to cancel a few times.
Thank you, Travis.
My mouse pad broke last week, and I had to get my great aunt some diabetes shoes. And
you know what, Zach? It's no problem. I mean, I have to say, when I heard that, like, people actually watch this show, I was actually pretty surprised.
Hi, welcome to another edition of Between Two Ferns. I'm your host, Zack Galifianakis, and my guest today is Barack Obama, President Barack Obama.
Good to be with you, Zach.
First question. In 2013, you pardoned the turkey. What do you have planned for 2014?
We'll probably pardon another turkey. We do that every Thanksgiving. Was that depressing to you, seeing one turkey
This is
taken out of circulation?
cringe-inducing.
Well,
it's just not.
What, Sam?
You should open big.
He's not good at it.
It's funny.
No,
that's Zach's character on the show.
I know what it is. I don't like it.
But Obama is.
What's wrong with it?
Yeah.
It's a little forced.
I mean, I don't know if it's you don't think it's funny to be like, everything he did in 2013 is brought down to just pardoning a turkey?
No.
That's funny.
Not only that, but that's his first question.
That's question one, is bringing up the pardoned turkey that every president
All right,
has
I guess we're
always done.
not. I guess we're not cool like you guys. I saw Anthony's look too. I felt it, so I turned toward him. He's not.
Do you understand nothing could be happening in this video that Anthony would be happy about, unless somebody was resigning?
And Obama just comes across as he's just a nerd.
He is a nerd.
Go ahead. Maybe we're wrong.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see.
Turkey you couldn't eat.
See, that's just Obama making a fat joke about Zack Galifianakis.
What did he say?
He said that depressed you, that there was a turkey pardoned that you couldn't eat.
There you go.
It's funny. It's the president.
It's bullying. It's bullying.
Look at it, says President Barack Obama, and next to it says spelling with a question mark, community organizer. It's the most original interview Obama's done his entire.
Well, all right, let's give it a shot.
Zach.
First question. In 2013, you pardoned the turkey.
You heard this part.
What do you have planned for 2014?
We'll probably pardon
curmudgeons.
another turkey. We do that every Thanksgiving. Was that depressing to you, seeing one turkey kind of taken out of circulation, turkey you couldn't eat?
Just staring at him.
So how does this work? Do you send Ambassador Rodman to North Korea on your behalf? I read somewhere that you'd be sending Hulk Hogan to Syria, or is that more of a job for Tanya Harding?
Zack, he's not our ambassador.
What should we do about North IKEA? North.
Why don't we move on?
I have to know, what is it like to be the last black president?
Seriously?
That's good.
What's it like?
You think that's funny?
It's a great question.
That is
That's
a good
funny.
one.
Yeah. The IKEA thing was stupid.
The Dennis Rodman one was great.
Dennis Rodman thing was
Your
funny.
ambassador.
You're all in, Jimmy?
Yeah, I like Zach. I genuinely.
But you're
think
all in on this?
because again, it's with the sitting president. There's only so much you can do. Like
I like when Chris Farley did it. It was way more believable.
but he did it with McCartney, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
This isn't the same thing that Chris.
Yeah, it's different.
It's similar.
This is a guy.
It's similar,
This is a guy who's kind of a dick. Who's Yeah, no, I'm with you, Sam. On this one.
For this to be the last time you ever talk to a president?
It must kind of stink, though, that you can't run, 3 times.
No, actually, I think it's a good idea. If I ran a third time, it'd be sort of like doing a third Hangover movie. It didn't really work out very well, did it?
Oh.
You think that's funny?
That's funny.
Okay.
Zach looks annoyed.
Because it sucked.
Right. And Obama just told him his movie sucked.
Told him his movie sucked.
That was funny.
All right, good.
Now, I have to say that I've seen this show before, and some of the episodes have probably been a little bit better than this. For example, the one with Bradley Cooper, that was a great show. He kind of carried that movie, didn't he?
Which film are you speaking of?
Those Hangover movies. Basically, he carried them.
Yeah, everybody loves Bradley. Good for him.
Good-looking guy.
Being like that in Hollywood, that's easy. Tall, handsome, that's easy. Be short, fat, and smell like Doritos and try to make it in Hollywood. Is it going to be hard in 2 years when you're no...
That one was not a pass from you?
We don't have to go over every joke.
Why not?
Yeah, maybe we do.
I watched a whole 6-minute interview on that.
That wasn't...
well, everyone's talking about this, so... And then Fox had something to say. Keep going.
No longer president, and people will stop letting you win at basketball?
How does it feel having a 3-inch?
Great question.
It's a 3-inch horizontal. So...
Wait, what was Obama's comeback there?
Is it going to be hard in 2 years when you're no longer president and people will stop letting you win at basketball?
How does it feel having a 3-inch vertical?
It's a 3-inch horizontal. So... Where are you planning on building a presidential library, in Hawaii or your home country of Kenya? Because
That's good. That's pretty funny right there.
All right, he's turning me.
Your home country of
balls.
Kenya. That is a balls. It's the fucking president.
Library in Hawaii or your home country of Kenya? Because, both places seem like they would be...
Zach, that's a ridiculous question.
Well, not to bring up the birth certificate thing, but you really never did really produce your real...
Where's your birth certificate? Why don't you show it to us right now?
I don't want to show anybody my birth certificate because it's embarrassing.
What's embarrassing about it?
My weight on it, it says that I was born 7 pounds, 800 ounces. You know what I would do if I were president, Mr. President? I would make same-sex divorce illegal. Then see how bad they want it.
I think that's why you're not president. And that's a good thing.
You said if you had a son, you would not let him play football. What makes you think that he would want to play football? What if he was a nerd like you?
Do you think a woman like Michelle would marry a nerd? Why don't you ask her whether she thinks I'm a nerd?
Should I?
No, I'm not going to let her near you.
So do you go to any websites that are .coms or .nets, or do you mainly just stick with .govs?
No, actually, we go to .govs. Have you heard of healthcare.gov?
Oh, boy.
Here we go.
That's great. Here we go. Here we go.
That's good.
Yeah, it's great.
It's picked up.
Yeah, you would sound like a
Funny
fucking
shit.
dick to
It's
keep saying it
fantastic.
sucks.
Yeah.
That's good.
.govs. Have you heard of healthcare.gov?
Here we go. Okay, let's get this out of the way. What did you come here to plug?
Well, first of all, I think it's fair to say that I wouldn't be with you here today if I didn't have something to plug. Have you heard of the Affordable Care Act?
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. That's the thing that doesn't work. Why would you get the guy that created the Zune to make your website?
Healthcare.gov works great now. And millions of Amerians have already gotten health insurance plans. And what we want is for people to know that you can get affordable health care. And most young Americans, right now, they're not covered. And the truth is that they can get coverage all for what it costs you to pay your cell phone bill.
Is this what they mean by drones?
The point is that a lot of young people, they think they're invincible.
Did you say invisible? Because
No,
I just think like that's impossible.
not invisible, invincible.
Okay.
Meaning that they don't think they can get hurt.
I'm just saying that nobody could be invisible if you had said invisible.
I understand that. If they get that health insurance, it can really make a big difference. And they've got till March 31st to sign up.
I don't have a computer, so how does...
Well, then you can call 1-800-318-2596.
I don't have a phone. I'm off the grid. I don't want you people like looking at my text. You know what I mean?
First of all, Zach, nobody's interested in your texts. But second of all, you can do it in person. And the law means that insurers can't discriminate against you if you've got a pre-existing condition.
Yeah, but what about
plugs?
What about this though?
That's disgusting. How long have you had that?
Oh, just 4 months.
Stay on his arm.
Really?
Spider bites. I got attacked by spiders.
Zach, you need to get that checked right away. You need to get on healthcare.gov because...
Here's why I like this.
that's one of the
Even though
most disgusting things
he's
I've ever
plugging, the president is doing a goof interview with a guy who's really shitting on him, so he's got to get something out.
Oh, yeah, I respect that part.
Yeah, there has to be some reason for him to do this.
There's some funny shit in here.
Oh, my God, dude. I would not have the balls to do that.
Oh, my God.
Is your plug finally over?
I suppose so.
So which country were you rooting for in the Winter Olympics?
Seriously? I'm the President of the United States. What do you think, Zach?
I want to thank President Obama for being on the show.
I'm going to press this.
Don't touch that, please.
It's a new backdrop.
Thanks for the interview, and
It's the White House.
He's in the White House.
Right.
Oh, that actually was not a backdrop?
The black part was, it was just a sheet over the room in the White House.
Thanks for the interview, and thanks for letting me shoot my show here all these years.
You've been shooting these shows here in the diplomatic room? Who gave you permission to do that?
Bush.
Seriously? Who gave him clearance?
Oh, boy.
What's the spider bite?
That's the other hand.
No, it's everywhere.
All right.
Well done.
That's pretty good.
That's a fucking...
That's pretty good.
That's your fucking home country of Kenya. That's really funny.
It's really funny.
So Fox had a problem with that.
Of course.
Why would they?
Of course.
Why would they have a problem with that?
Well, because it involves Obama.
Yeah, exactly. If Bush did it, they'd go, he's letting his hair down and having fun and just being...
Right.
Oh, God. I hate the media.
Here's the take. I have not heard this, but
Okay.
Here it is. With the economy the way it is, I don't think it's appropriate for the President of the United States...
joking.
Benghazi
Right.
and the IRS scandal, which I believe are
People
legit.
have real problems with the fact that he's never...
Right.
Is
Is this what a president should be doing when recovery is this slow?
How come they don't say that after the White House Correspondents' Dinner, where it's a roast for the president and the Congress and all these Senate? Where's that commentary?
Yeah.
They do it every year. The president gets ripped on and roasted, so stop it.
Yeah, I have no problem with this. And it did turn out pretty good.
Yeah.
They're all good.
The plug was a little long and whatever.
Right?
but-
Why don't you go work for Zack Galifianakis?
I'm just saying, you should
Sam.
both go home and
Holy
refamiliarize
shit.
yourself with the series.
Well, I don't.
Can we squeeze these Fox News clips in, or we got Bernard? How long is he
long
coming
is
down the
the
hall
clip?
now?
He's here.
Where is he, though?
The Fox clip.
All right, let's squeeze in these Fox clips really fast. Fox and Friends thinks it's tragic.
That was incredible. I laughed hard. I mean, that was, it was pretty good.
It is so inappropriate.
It was inappropriate for who?
For the President of the United States to be sitting down with an interview that's a mock-up.
Some would argue it's inappropriate for the President of the United States to be advertising a law, an insurance plan.
Well, the comedian was speaking truth to power, wasn't it?
The whole thing was a big mock-up. I think it's pretty tragic. Whoever recommended that he do that show should be fired.
That is, you know what? That's just ridiculous.
Just douchebags.
Right. We have another clip from Fox, but we have Bernard Hopkins outside the studio. We're going to bring him in right now.
Oh, yeah?
And then we'll get back to the Zack Galifianakis Obama thing from Funny or Die.
Here he comes.
Bernard Hopkins. Welcome back to the show.
Hello, sir. How are you?
How you doing? Take a seat there. Pull up the microphone.
You look
Pop
good,
on the
sir.
headphones. Not you, Jimmy.
I like that.
What's that?
Oh, the Obama was shopping at the Gap yesterday.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
To save money.
Yeah, apparently.
Did you like the interview he did with Zach or no? Did you see the interview?
I didn't see that. No, I was just reading the paper.
Oh, okay.
But they had the town locked down for a minute. Traffic was, as always.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
It's
brutal.
already kind of, certain time of day is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
When, you got important dignitaries around this because it really gets locked up.
Everyone has to stop what they're doing until he leaves.
It's all right, though. Could be worse, right?
Have you met him?
Once. Yeah, in
Where?
Philadelphia. Yep. He did a speech Independence Hall. And, you had to pay $5,000 to do that, though, but it was there. It was
yeah.
It was just like a fundraiser, but it was real historic for me.
5 large, huh?
Yeah, it was,
It's not that bad, actually.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, it was worth
Yeah.
it.
Did you get to shake his hand?
The part of, no, I didn't get to shake his hand, but
No.
part of the history of it and being there and, you don't get a chance to even doing that. And that really had nothing to do with basically being African American, just has something to be with what president of time where you get a chance to be in the same, you could say, facility, in the area that a guy, wherever it was this person or that person. To me, it was just something I could tell my son, who's 2 years old, be 3 in June. So I'd be able to tell him, a long time ago, those old stories.
Why didn't you meet? Why didn't you get a picture? Maybe you have to pay more per plate.
You had to do that, but I actually, I got a free felony, so I don't think they let me know close to them. You know how that goes.
Because you got a felony?
They check the background, so certain part of the rope you can't go by.
But you're Bernard Hopkins.
Yeah, he probably likes you.
But you're Bernard
I'm sure he
Hopkins.
knows who you are.
Those guys is really on
They
their
don't
job,
play.
man. They don't play. You can have a parking ticket, and if you ain't paid a ticket, you might get arrested.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't think of that. You think no?
It's pretty deep. I mean, it's just
But athletes have gone there before, like football teams. Whenever they win the Super Bowl, the whole team goes.
Yeah, the whole NBA. I mean,
Right.
come on, they all go to.
Oh, yeah,
NBC.
that's true.
But it's cool. I got to be 100 yards away from him.
100 yards. You're Bernard Hopkins.
200 yards.
Maybe 200.
Maybe
but
200.
That was good, though. It was cool. It was good. It was a good experience for me.
Yeah.
A little donation.
There you go, right?
For the cause.
For the cause.
So what's up? What's up, everybody? I mean,
What's up, Bernard?
I got about at least 2 40-year-olds here. I don't know about you.
Yeah,
You know,
45.
You 45?
Yeah.
Oh, you look good for your age.
Thank you, Bernard.
You must duck a lot here on the station.
I certainly do.
Yeah.
You be talking a lot of stuff, boy. You got a lot of security guards when you leave out this building?
I do. I have one big guy that walks out with me.
Yeah.
He's right.
Yeah.
I have a big mouth.
Yeah, I'm paying attention.
Thank you.
Yeah, we can't take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a guy that I travel with. Opie is a guy. Anthony has a gun. So we're all
good.
You heard a thing, the story about the, only way you get a bad guy is with a gun, huh? So you got to have a gun.
Right.
Well, there you go. All legal.
Yeah.
Got to be all legit.
Sometimes you got to think of your life and your family life. And
Exactly.
There's
Right.
controversy about that, but
Yeah.
if you're responsible and you understand, I pay attention not only just to boxing, but life in general. Because when it's over with, I still got to return which I'm at here in society.
Mm-hmm.
So I think everybody should be granted to protect themselves.
How long? How much longer you think you'll be able to box?
Well, I really take it by fight because, the last fight doesn't dictate what's going to happen for the next one because, we don't know. But I know I'll be ready and I'll be energized to win another title and become the undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world. That's more focused to me. As far as trying to plan when and where and who, but one thing I know is clear that, if I don't come through at this stage of my boxing long career, and it really been like this for the last 2 or 3 years, then it won't be up to me whether I'm retired because they'll retire me.
Well, you're 49 now.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
They'll retire me. They ask for my head, basically, in a good way, not in a bad way. I know that sounds kind of harsh, but it'd be a thing where, come on, man, you're almost 50, you didn't look good. I mean, winning and not looking good is losing for me. So again, look at all this extra pressure and extra incentive that I got to go and perform, not just at a level of saying, hey, man, this guy's 49 years old, but he barely won, man. Just give him applause. I got to still add some excitement and some over-the-top performance, even at this age. So I raised the bar real high on myself to not fall asleep, to not get lured into, to Shermanoff. Whether people know him well or know him halfway or whatever the case is, I must take this guy serious because it's about me, really not about him. He has something I want, and that is the title.
You want to unify them?
He has a title, yes. And I'm in the same position that I was 13, 14 years, if my math is correct, 2001, 9/11 here in New York City when I beat Felix Tito. I became the undisputed middleweight champion, which is not done in boxing since the old days. They got away from that. You know what I mean? Because it's about, so many belts in one division. So I get a chance to be the undisputed light heavyweight champion, which never been done before. 14 plus years later, at 50. Now I'm 49 as of January 15th, 1965. But I'm harping on that 50 because I want people to understand the milestone of halftime in anyone's life, whether you box, whether you're a radio announcer, I don't know, whatever you do. When you reach 50, you sort of or should reflect all the things that you accomplish in the halftime of your life.
What at 50 years old, like to fight?
That's how I look at it.
Okay, light heavyweight. What is the weight on that?
175.
Okay, so is it easier for you to go up at this point in weight?
What do you mean go up? Like go up higher than that?
No. Like what do you weigh now? Because I'm
185.
And middleweight's like what? Like 150, 160?
160. And I was there for 12 years.
So is it a little easier now to fight a little bit heavier because you don't have to cut all that weight?
No, well, I never had a problem cutting weight anyway because of my lifestyle. I was known for. Matter of fact, they were saying, how can I get up to 175? You remember I jumped up 2 weight classes to fight Antonio Tarver. And I was a 6-1 underdog in Atlantic City because I made 20 defenses, and I've been at middleweight 13, 12 years. Now you're going up past 68, which is super middleweight, 168, in the middle of middleweight and light heavyweight. You're jumping up 2 weight class, which is, rarely people do that in boxing in any era. And I went up 2 weight classes. And that gave everybody a blueprint to say, and it's justifiably, yeah, well, look, Bernard, you're biting off too much you can chew. You find Antonio Tarver, just knocked out Roy Jones Jr. Light heavyweights walking around at 205, 200. You've been making 160 and barely get up 8 pounds over your weight. So they thought one way, but I knew another way. I knew I got the height, I got the body structure, and I know that being 175 or weighing 175 wouldn't take anything away from me. If anything, it would probably make me stronger. The speed would not go away. And I'd be faster than the bigger guy that's coming down from 200 to 75. Then I'm coming up from 60 to 75. Do you see the difference?
Yes.
Because my speed will still be there compared to a light heavyweight who walks around as a cruiserweight to a heavyweight. So he's coming down on my weight, melting down his body, and I'm coming up a few pounds. And that's where the IQ, the experience, same thing, and the youth that I bring with the 40-plus-year-old is going to neutralize anything that Shermanoff, April 19th on Showtime, is going to try to do, and anybody else after that.
You talking about all these the training for the fights, and a lot of your later fights have gone the distance. And you testified, I guess, or talked in the Senate about brain injuries in boxing. And just listening to you talk, it's like you're 49, and it's like you sound like any other 49-year-old. How do you avoid any problems and so many fighters wind up messed up?
Don't let that fool you. I'm not normal.
No, well, yeah, that's probably a bad term to use.
Exactly. But, hey, listen. I did speak in D.C. I was representing not only Golden Boy, but the sport of boxing and injuries, period. Soccer, any other contact sport that deal with the head. I believe that no matter how good you are, defense, offense, or whatever, I believe it's going to be some effects later in life. I really believe that. I want to know early. That's why I volunteer after the schedule clear up to be one of the premier known guys in boxing to sign up for it. And I will in Cleveland.
Where they test you?
They will test me because I want to know. Listen, I want to be able to get things in order. You understand what I'm saying? First, my money. I want to make sure I get that in order. And who get what, even though that's established now. But, some changes as time go on. Look, people that's there now might not be on that will 2 years from now. You know how things
You don't want
change.
them to ask you to sign something when you're a little loopy.
Exactly. Or on the couch with a straw. You know what I mean? Sitting there talking about, okay, darling. But these are the things that I'm not afraid of. I know it's serious. And we all got to have a lot of humor to continue to move forward, even in the downtowns of our life. But yeah, I mean, this is something that I know that's the risk. This is something that I know that could be a major problem if you look at fighters that came before me. Most of them, I can speak about the ones I see in Philly,
like Meldrick Taylor,
Meldrick and Saad Matthew Franklin, Saad Muhammad. But this is the brain has man as great as man had came over the years and years on this earth, having came up with a solution of a transplant brain. So you only get one. As we know, as of today, 2014, there's no breaking news that somebody survived after a brain transplant.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So I understand the risk, but I also realize you only get one. For right now, we only get one.
Have you noticed any difference now? I mean, aside from we all get a little bit older, but have you noticed anything different now than say 15 years ago? Do you forget things now, or because George St. Pierre retired, I think, out of UFC because he was having some memory issues.
Well, I think first of all, I'm not having memory issues, but I know I've misplaced this, misplaced that, and you got to sort of define whether you misplaced it, you're moving too fast, you're rushing, you got too much on your mind. See, you get to saying all this, and some of it could be denial, or if you got too much on your mind, that's why you forgot. But no, you don't leave a running car all night in the garage. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're upstairs and you wonder where your damn keys is at. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, yes, have I left my keys in the ignition and not have the car running and got out the car grabbing bags and leave and come back and I can't find my damn keys, and you go and you see your keys in the ignition, but the car's been cut off.
Right.
Stuff like that. Now, I don't know what to take into that, or whatever, but when you start remembering or not remembering, say, your kid's birthday, you start, things that you're supposed to remember. Where you live.
Right.
You understand that?
Yeah.
I don't have that problem. That's when you got to, I think that when it's too late almost. To the point where, wait a minute, nobody spotted this. So someone close to you, right? Wife, girlfriend, friend, trainers, they have to pay attention, not with the check you paying them, right? They have to pay attention to the fighter. And the fighter has to be honest in themselves and say, look, I'm not the same, or something's wrong. We know. You know when something wrong. Men, we tough things out. But after a while, most of us be like, wait a minute, I'm having these pains. It's more than 2 days. I got a problem. And they go get it checked out.
But the money's too good. The money's too good, so it makes it hard for people that are depending on someone like you to go, hey, Bernard, I don't know.
Yeah, I think for some, but for most people that need to do something, and you're right, most things, I would hate to be in a position where I have to do something because.
Right, you don't have to fight
Exactly.
anymore.
When you have to do something because you ignore a lot of things because you have to. No matter what nobody say, look, if you box again, such and such, most people under certain circumstances be like, wait a minute, I got my mortgage, I got my kids, I got this, I got that, I got alimony, I got this. You understand? There's a lot of things why people do things, and whether that's justified or not, bad or good. So I see these things as a luxury for me. Being 49 years old, people get to bringing up, and they should, a lot of things surrounding when you're almost 50 and you're still doing this on a high level. And I understand the curiosity, but the curiosity has been the way I've been so disciplined and focused in lifestyle that I've boldly, I'm using the word bragged about, because I know that it's not done all the time and often, especially being disciplined enough to continue to do it, even in a highlight of your life and your career, whether it's basketball, football, hockey, everything. I got all kinds of athletes coming up to me and say, yo, man, you doing this thing, man, like this in a drug culture where if somebody's doing something and they swinging at a ball at a baseball game and the ball splits in half and explode, it's a fucking problem. And you're doing this thing, and then they say, man, I remember back in the day. They start talking about, I remember in the 90s. I remember watching in the 2000s. Man, I'm running track with these dudes in Temple University in Philadelphia. And they half my age, man. They like, yo. Now, sometimes I get them, and sometimes I don't. But I'm not dust. They don't leave me in the dust. I'm on their heels. Cardio is 70% of my training, because how young guy beat Bernard Hopkins? How do a young guy beat Bernard Hopkins? Okay, well, you got to be talented. Okay, I mean, that doesn't mean you necessarily win. If I'm fighting a guy and he's 49 years old and I'm 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, I'm counting backwards to prove a point, I'm going to jump on that old man and make that old car, right, like a car, right, go faster or run that engine quicker and harder than he want to.
Like the boat in Jaws.
Yes.
He guns it as hard as he can, and then the boat quits.
Yes. Now, the boat quits, boats get tired, the boats get the grab. So now you got these, so I know their plan. If I'm 29 years old and I'm fighting an almost 50-year-old guy, I'm not going to box him. Well, I mean, come on, how ridiculous that is. Here I'm half his age, and I'm running from him. No, I'm going to put pressure on you. I'm going to make you use cardio, and I'm going to see, can you withstand, right, that intensity for 12 rounds. And once that happens, and they realize that I'm not breathing like they're breathing, the mental effect kicks in,
right?
And they say, wait a minute.
Then you kick their ass.
The trainers becomes the trainers become liars to the fighter. Because the fighter's been told all through camp, and even in the corner of when the fight is taking place, that somehow I am going to die out.
Right.
99% of what I do is mental. The sport. You could ask any great basketball, football player. We know how to do the motions of what we do. Come on, I've been doing this almost 3 decades. 1988. Do the math. I'm going to teach you. You're going to tell me what style haven't I saw in boxing or seen in boxing? What style? What are you talking about? So when a young guy, and a young guy is 30 to me, that's still young to me. If I'm fighting a guy, this guy's 30 years old, right? Yeah. Last 3 or 4 guys was in their 20s, right? I'm kind of disappointed, but when they think about the initial shock and then the adjustments that they can make, that's when you sit there ringside on TV and say, damn, he's ready to do this again. You can tell around a 4, even though the fight's not over, because anything can happen between 4 and 8, 12, but when you start seeing a pattern of the things that I've been doing over the years, and you start saying, wait a minute, I'm going to see if this old guy, because I just happen to be 40, because I got a movement. I really got a movement in the world with the 40 and up club. And they sitting back out of curiosity. If it's pay-per-view, they buy it. If it's regular TV, which this fight is, April 19th on Showtime, they're going to watch it. And they're going to root for me based on the age, even not liking me. And they're going to say, wait a minute, I've seen this before. He got this young guy actually doing what he wants him to do.
It's for anyone in their 40s, just to see a guy in 49 beating the shit out of somebody 20 years younger. There's just something satisfying about that.
Of course. There's a morale in it, because most 40-year-olds in any corporate America, it's always dreadful of that young intern
coming up to replace you.
And that's the way the game goes. That's the way the game's going. So if you don't keep your numbers up, some say ratings, same damn thing, then guess what? This new jock, this new girl, right, who just happened to be 20 years younger, if y'all listening, keep your game up. That means walk Central Park every now and then. Put one donut down, and ease your way down to no donuts. And guess what? Those hips will come back. that stomach, you'll get a 4-pack, maybe not a 6, but you'll be hanging in there.
But there's got to be there's
See, these
absolutely
things
been,
that people got to know to make those adjustments.
There's been boxers that have been just as dedicated and they have trained themselves, but for some reason they couldn't make it to 49, 50 years old fighting. What do you attribute that to? How are you still competitive?
Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
I'm an alien. I'm an alien.
Maybe you could tell us where that plane went.
I'm an alien.
Yeah.
The aliens got it.
That's what I say, Bernard.
The aliens got it.
Let's do this. I think it's a game changer.
What are you talking about? I mean, people's getting crazy for it. I mean, I don't understand the aliens. There's aliens out there.
I don't doubt it.
This I'm telling you, I have a family out. There's an alien. I'm from the world. I'm of the world, but I'm not from the world. The alien. You said the aliens, right? And I haven't heard you say that, but I'm telling you right now.
I said it earlier, and I've said it the last 2 days.
Well, I'm saying it now.
The aliens took that plane.
I just got in 10, 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And the aliens got the plane.
Could you see if tomorrow, like, he comes out as an alien and it's true, and we're just sitting here
watch him be right, and he gets the big headline. And we don't get it.
But Bernard, where's the aliens? Where's the plane now, though?
Mars.
Oh, damn.
But we got a thing on Mars. We would see it.
Yeah, we have a rover.
We have a rover on Mars.
Well,
maybe they went to the other side, though.
It's more than one
big
side,
planet.
right?
Cover a lot.
That is true.
It's a big planet.
It is.
Big planet.
Well,
They better go. They know not to go to Pluto because there's no more planet.
Right.
That's true. Plus, it's too long of a trip.
Bernard,
It's cold.
you're going to fight at 50, right? That's the big one.
The huge one. 5-0 is very important.
But that would be a huge pay-per-view. Bernard Hopkins fighting at 50.
And you know what would be good? I'm saying I'm gonna throw something out there, and I know you heard it before, and whether it's realistic or not, but just have fun with it because something fun could become real. Can you imagine? Just use your imagination. I don't believe anybody's going to be Floyd Mayweather in the next 2 fights. He's 47-0, right? So he fights 2 fights and he's 49-0. I get past Shimanoff, I become the undisputed, maybe fight Adonis Stevenson, dangerous puncher, who just signed with Al Heyman, which is Slash. So we got the guy that beat the man, that's Adonis Stevenson, that's the light heavyweight, on paper, the guy to beat at the light heavyweight champion. Okay. 50-50. Can Mayweather, after 2 more fights, and providing I win and I become the undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world, you got all this drama leading up to the big climax of the event. 49-0 versus almost 50. 50-50.
Yeah.
The name of the fight.
That's you
listen. 50-50 is the name of the fight. Can he break Marciano or tie Marciano's record? It'll be breaking. I think
That'd be tying.
Marciano got 4. Okay. 50-50. But what's 50-50? Bernard be 50. And he wants to be 50. He wants to have 50 wins.
Right.
And then Time Magazine will probably have me as a 3rd athlete ever. Ali Jordan on a cover. Time having beat Bernard Hopkins.
Nice.
With 50.
Right.
And I'm in the middle with all my belts.
But you won't be on the cover if aliens took that plane.
Well, I put my mask on. I'd be the alien representing the alien. I got an alien mask. So the aliens, I'll be the alien because I don't have to take the picture with my handsome face. I'll be the alien with the green mask on like y'all seen last fight.
Yeah.
And I will come out with another mask come April 19th on Showtime. And this, see, how I'm sitting here having a conversation with y'all about the future at 49 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am looking forward to playing out my plan like I did in my lifetime, as y'all know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not dangerous. You're not looking past this fight.
In my plan, well, I'm not looking past, but I am looking for the future to be motivated to know I have something to fight for.
Right.
See, the game changes in courses of the career of most fighters or most athletes because I gotta at least look to the future, but smart enough and wise enough to understand that I do have something on plate now. I do have something on hand now. There's nothing wrong with looking for the future. Right. You just can't dwell on the past. And so my objective is like, look, to be Shulmanoff, young, European fighter, strong, coming, European style, And that means something when you're fighting an orthodox type of guy like myself, because the styles can confuse each guy. And who adjusts quick will be the one who wins the fight. Now, because we have Adonis Stevenson right there at radar, because under the same advisor, Al Heyman, it makes it easier now, since we have the man that beat the man, which was Chad Dawson, with one punch in 50-something seconds, Adonis Stevenson.
That was a quick one.
Now the reality of, Bernard, you chasing this light heavyweight unification, the build-up for that now is realistic, not maybe, because the Cold War a couple of months ago would have kept that from even being a conversation this morning.
Sure.
But now, since we have the most important piece of the light heavyweight division, Adonis Superman Stevenson, now the headlines for the last 2 weeks, as you probably seen or whatever, is like, wow, wait a minute, do this means? And then just so happen, we have Shumanov under Al Heyman. So the pieces
coming together
have came together.
There you go.
Has boxing been hurt?
And thanks to Al Heyman, one of the smartest, brilliant guys. And I've been in the game 27 years before him. I remember a good friend of mine named Vernon Forrest from Atlanta. You know,
yes,
Vernon Forrest, who was shot pumping gas in his car in Atlanta. And I remember Vernon Forrest mentioning a name, Al Heyman. I didn't know Al Heyman exists, to be honest with you, but I got to know him, and I got to in and out. He represented Jermaine Teller, who beat me by a split decision for the middleweight, stopped my middleweight range as 20 defenses, and we fought twice, me and Jermaine Teller. But anyway, I got to know him for a long time, and I respect him. He's one of the brightest, smartest guys out there, and get you the most for your talent.
Do you think boxing takes too long sometimes to get to the fights people want? Like you said all these things lined up. And one thing UFC has done fairly well is give guys like a lot of quick matchups that they really want to see, and boxing seems to take a little bit longer to do that.
Well, not in Golden Boy's side, because if you watch the fights lately with Golden Boy, and we've been accused of throwing guys in, they might say the word throwing guys in or putting guys in too soon, too early, and not making them blossom to become pay-per-view or whatever stars that boxing seems to want to dress things up, but then when it comes to show who you really are, they fail. We want to go and put the best against the best so you can see a champion fight a champion. The light heavyweight division wasn't even talked about 28 months ago. Think about it. All of a sudden, the light heavyweight division became some interest of a lot of people. And I just happened to be in it. But back to your statement is absolutely correct. You can't blame the MMA or the UFC and those guys like that, and Dana White and them, who I highly respect. And I wasn't a UFC fan. I mean, I talked, you heard me loud and clear. I got to know a couple of guys. I got to see how they train. They train at Johan's Gym in Philadelphia. I'm right next to them. I also been to a couple of matches. It's a different sport. It's a different way of technique. They deserve the respect. The numbers speak for itself. You can't deny the numbers. It is what it is. They gained a lot of fans. They took a lot of fans from the boxing program boxing sport, because they stepped their game up and they matched the tough guys against the tough guys, the good guys against the good guys. It wasn't no mismatch. It wasn't no rubber match. This was something that didn't need to happen to put pressure on the boxing world, business guys, to say, y'all better step up or we're going to take all your fans. And that's the threat that we needed. Boxing needed.
They said that they gave us you have to leave. You have other press, I guess, to do.
Okay. I can be here all day. I'm very busy.
Yeah, you're one of my
getting started,
people.
man.
Yeah.
Bernard's fighting April 19th live on Showtime. And how do you say his first name? Shumanov is his last name.
Shumanov.
Okay, yeah, he's fighting Shumanov. And it's the Light Heavyweight World Championship Unification. And again, Saturday, April 19th, it's on Showtime, and it's from D.C. And the real B-Hop is Bernard on Twitter, and you're amazing, man. You're just
Thank you.
an amazing guy.
Thank you.
Yeah, come back and see us. It's been too long. What's up with you?
And I'll make sure that when I come back, that my speech will be just the same.
Good for you, man.
See, Duncan is so important to me because I understand that counting your money first means that you can count the same last.
Right.
It's because I did 2 minutes of cardio yesterday, and I got very tired doing the Jacob's Ladder thing.
Jimmy.
Yeah, we'll discuss cardio after.
You look tired even talking about cardio.
Yeah, I really am. I secretly hoped you were going to say. I thought you were going to say I look good because I've been working out, but I look tired. You're right. Fair enough. Good point.
All right. He's got to go. He's got to go.
Listen. I might as well give it to you before I leave. You look terrible.
Thank you.
I'm going to make sure I send a priest by 12 o'clock.
Oh, Jimmy.
The great Bernard Hopkins, everyone. Oh, yeah, we're back. Want to thank Bernard Hopkins for stopping by.
Some people didn't like it. I love Bernard Hopkins. Maybe
I was just reading through Twitter.
I'm shocked, but maybe I'm just totally out of fucking step with what people like at this point. Because I really love this guy. Love him.
Yeah. I think
it was.
I think people, they didn't get everything he was saying. It's very inside with boxing and some of the things. Like there were names that he was mentioning, and I'm like, I don't even know. It doesn't even sound familiar, the name.
I like the man.
But,
don't forget, it's Opie and Anthony Podcast Day. Every Wednesday, you go and get our podcast, right? It's about an hour and a half every week.
Yeah.
And this week, we brought it up. Snooping Kids is this week's Opie and Anthony Podcast.
Oh, boy, they're a problem.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of redoing the bit, which is very, very hard these days, we got enough audio of times when we did it correctly. So it's basically kids going through their parents' night tables and stuff and dressers and finding really, really strange stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very funny. So go get that. For bragging rights, go through iTunes if you can. Because that's where everyone is paying attention to the numbers.
It's where everyone goes.
So if you have a choice, go through iTunes. If you don't, that's fine too. Just go get it, okay? That's why it's out there. The Opie and Anthony Podcast. This week it's Snooping Kids.
Yeah, that was fun. They go through the drawers and find all kinds of embarrassing things that parents are using.
Yeah.
Dildos. Dildo.
Fuck toys.
You just don't want to
your
find
mom's fuck toy.
Fuck toys. You don't want to find your mommy's fuck toy.
I remember when we did the bit originally where the parents would be calling up because they're the real fans of the show.
Sure.
Panicking.
Yeah.
Praying that their kid who was still home wasn't listening to the radio show.
And
I
going
remember
through their drawers.
Yeah. So looking for those fuck toys.
Mom's fuck toys.
That should be the name of a band.
Oh, yeah.
The Fuck Toys. With special guests, Boston. What? Does Boston have a new album?
I don't know, but the singer's been dead, so I don't know how they could possibly.
I heard some kind of a promo, I think, where they're celebrating Tom Schultz.
Yeah.
His birthday or something, and they got tracks. I don't know. What's going on with Boston?
Is it old tracks that they're bringing back for Bradley Delp singing, or is it some guy that sounds like
I bet you they just said, screw it, we can move on without Brad.
Yeah, very
Delp.
unique, high voice. I don't think it's that easy to replace.
Yeah. So, can you find out, Travis, if there's new Boston and if there's a song out there ready?
I thought it was just taking this long for them to put out their next album, because remember,
fucking cool.
Take a long time to put out their albums.
Yeah. Sure, and plus it was because he fell asleep on a hibachi.
Hibachi.
We got one more clip from Fox News, everyone. Now you got to remember what we did a little while ago.
Yes.
Remember the Zack Galifianakis? Wow. Zack Galifianakis interviewing Obama. We just played the audio before Bernard Hopkins, and we played one clip from Fox saying it's a tragedy. It's tragic that Obama would do this with Zack Galifianakis and Funny or Die.
Oh, yeah.
And then O'Reilly got involved. Your boy O'Reilly.
He's my boy? What happened?
You love O'Reilly, don't you?
I don't think I do.
You sure?
I know
Being
it's
a Republican
the
and everything?
no-spin zone. Caution.
You're
Yeah.
entering the no spin zone.
Spin zone.
As you get dizzy watching that
the
show.
spinning.
But when Bush was pretending to look for weapons of mass destruction on the at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, then liberals criticized him, and conservatives were like, "Well, you know, it's the spirit." They're just, God, they're just all so full of shit.
I mean, I watched the clip.
Obviously,
of
Fox.
Zack Galifianakis. It was funny.
Yeah.
I thought there was some funny parts in it.
It turned me around.
I'm no fan of Barack Obama, believe me, but I'm not going to try to find something to bitch about just because he's involved in it.
So you really didn't have much of a problem with it?
No.
On principle.
It's kind of funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Fox, I guess that's what you got to do there. You got to find something.
Yeah. I mean, think about it.
Why couldn't they just go on? It'd be so refreshing. You turn on Fox and they go, I did this thing with Zach, and you know what? I got to be honest with you. I don't like him and his policies, but that was kind of funny and pretty brave of him to do. Why would that be bad to say?
Fucking Operation Rolling Thunder is blasting North Vietnam apart, and Nixon's doing sock it to me on laughing.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
I don't understand why you can't just do that.
Yeah.
But instead, you get this from O'Reilly.
I don't really have a problem with it in general, but I...
All
okay.
right.
But
there was a but there.
This is the whole but thing that we were talking about last week.
There's a but.
You guys had a really good show, but...
Yep. But...
I think the timing hurts Mr. Obama. The
Oh,
economy
it does
continues
not.
to be problematic, and
The timing doesn't hurt Obama, O'Reilly.
Matter.
Why does the timing hurt him?
It doesn't matter. And you could say that about any time the president is being the president.
Right.
Like, well, you know, it's probably not a good time. There's always a crisis or some bullshit happening.
Yeah, there's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't have one day of rest as the president.
And
There's
believe
always
me,
something going on.
If we're waiting for Obama to come back with an economic recovery, he wouldn't be allowed to do anything. Because I don't think it's happening.
That was a slam.
It was a slam. It was. I got to be honest with you.
Now stop whining and crying and pitching a fit.
I'm getting over it.
All right, good.
the economy continues to be problematic, and Putin is clearly testing the...
I fucking hate O'Reilly.
And
he just talks down to everybody.
Clearly testing.
You obviously don't know as much as I do, so let me explain this to you. Oh, I hate his delivery. Always have.
Do you think Putin watched that and laughed, though? Look.
Putin, what, his butt?
Putin, his butt.
Is that picture of Putin meeting Reagan real? When Putin was a kid or something?
People say it wasn't him as a kid. It was the guy standing next to the kid with a camera around his neck.
How old was he?
That's supposed to be him. Like his 20s or...
I always thought it was the. I thought it was the kid, and I was trying to like do the math.
The adult next to him with the blonde hair
up there.
That's Putin?
Yeah, he was KGB.
Can you zoom in on that? That's Putin?
KGB back then.
He's a connected fucking guy in Russia.
This guy is fucking... Yeah, that's him. Come on.
With the camera?
Yep.
Looks just like him.
That's him.
No, it doesn't.
Well, he doesn't have hair now.
Right.
And
he looks Russian.
But that's the same face.
Doesn't look like Putin. He just looks like a Russian dude.
Wow,
Okay.
he really fucking has... is he saying it's real or fake?
They're denying everything.
They are?
No comment, really.
Why no comment?
Well, you know.
He's just mad that he didn't have his shirt off in front of Reagan.
Very secretive.
Yeah, he looks kind of gay with the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing the fruity hand. Hi.
Ronnie. He's probably snapping pictures for fucking KGB.
Yeah. I don't know why.
KGB.
They knew what Reagan looked like. They didn't need a picture of him before.
Hello. Here's my colon.
Why would he say that?
I know.
Why would he show him?
All right, Jesus.
Between two ferns?
Yes. Oh, my God. I really got to turn the TVs off in here. Eric in Westchester. Eric.
Eric.
Hey, what's up?
Okay.
All right. We're taking calls.
I want to ask Opie a question, actually, about the show. And it's just, yesterday he kind of mentioned that he always says this, that he wants to end the show because, like, there's nothing much to do. And I feel like it's kind of disrespectful to Jimmy and Anthony because they work really hard. And I was wondering why he keeps saying that.
This is a stupid question. If I leave the show tomorrow, these guys will be fine no matter what. So what's your point?
Well, no, I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying you keep saying...
First of all, I don't keep saying it. Every once in a while I do. But
well, no, yeah, and I feel like,
and we've been at this 20 years, so yeah, what else are we supposed to do? Does that mean the show's going to end in October? I don't think so.
He's going to be tweeting, this guy.
Of course he will. I'm just some loser with some dumb Twitter account. Anything else, Eric?
Okay, then forget it. Then sorry.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Anything can happen. Want the show to continue growing, that's for sure.
Certainly. There is a fucking.
But no matter who leaves this radio show, the other guys will be fine. Yeah. What do you mean it's disrespectful? These guys will be just fine no matter what happens. Yeah. Relax. There's a lot of talent in this room. They'll figure it out.
And then there's Sam Roberts.
Exactly. Let's get back to
new kid on the block. He's getting his fucking first gray little beard hairs.
Does he have gray in there?
No, but it's coming.
Oh, it will
fucking
be.
Dummy over here thinks he's this fucking apple, fucking cheeked, fresh face.
Fresh faced kid.
Who are you?
In the neighborhood.
A fucking decade later, he's gonna have a big bald spot. I can't believe they don't like me.
Wow, Sam getting ripped apart over
That's
here.
not really a ripping.
Well,
It's more of a, not really.
A little bit, maybe.
Accurate age happens.
But how is something disrespectful if you've been at it 20 years? I think you put in your time, like, and made it good for everybody. And it would be disrespectful if we had something going on and we moved to Boston and I said, you know what, I don't feel like giving this a shot.
Or say, I'm going to be moving.
Right.
I didn't let you know, but I'm moving on.
I think after 20 years, it's not disrespectful anymore. Yeah. I think we've carved out a niche and good careers for everybody here.
The listeners,
to the point where, we'll all move on and do our own thing eventually. I mean, that's just how that's just how it goes.
The listeners have proven over the years to not have much insight on what goes on behind the scenes of this show. I've never read more inaccurate tweets and posts and everything else as to what is going on behind the scenes and with management and speculation as to what this means or that means. They're 99% wrong.
One guy wrote yesterday, said, you guys would get a lot more respect if you stuck around after the show and did meetings. Like,
would we?
You don't know anything.
And who said that?
Well, he does know that we don't do meetings.
All right,
he wasn't 100% wrong.
But, I mean... I guess I am talking about it now. But I didn't even acknowledge this idiot's tweet. But the fact is, we stopped doing meetings because we were doing it with people that had no fucking idea or clue about how the show worked.
Yeah,
it was a complete and utter waste of time.
Waste of time.
And we've already done meetings with Tim Sabian because we respect the guy, so we probably will do more meetings than we have in the past.
Yeah, we do meetings.
But what a waste of fucking time that was.
Nothing ever got accomplished. I mean, our guys are great. Mm-hmm. They'll play the game in those meetings, but to sit there and listen to management.
If one of the guys left, it just wouldn't work. Well,
there you go.
Whatever. I'm not planning on leaving, but the reality is, I mean, we don't have another 20 years.
20 years. Come on.
Are you kidding me?
40.
We've done 20.
Push for 40.
No one gets to do 20 years with the same nucleus of a radio show. It's very, very rare.
I know they're gunning for me. I'm on my way out. I sense it.
The stuff that you're missing in the meetings are things such as Roland getting scolded because every time Eric looks away, he's flipping him off.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's what our meetings consist of.
I think if we do another 5, that would be freaking huge.
Great.
5, though.
Yeah.
That seems a lot at this point in
5
time.
is a long time.
See? Thank you, Jimmy.
It's a long time.
So there you go. Jimmy backing me up. After a while, you just know, how much longer can we do all this?
Hey, what was Sal doing kicking Denny out of the office on that video?
Whatever it was, he's right.
Was he?
I don't know.
Sal and Denny don't get along, right?
Why not? Does Sal resent Denny's head size?
I think Sal was out of line.
Let me see.
He ought to have a little respect for someone that's been in the business a lot longer than he has.
Well, you think we should get Denny in here?
No,
I
don't.
What? You sure?
5 years is a long time.
We can make the 5 years seem like 10. Let's get Denny in here.
Yeah, exactly. In one day.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't think it was very respectful of
I don't know
Sal.
what happened.
World War III.
I just knew.
And I don't think
I just knew it
Sal's-
was Sam and his shenanigans started.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, that
You didn't
fight,
start this
I
one?
wasn't even in the building when it started.
Boy.
So what happened?
Well,
Nice alibi.
I know.
And where is Sal? And here comes Denny.
And Manny.
Denny!
Easy wait outside.
Sal.
Yeah.
Love you, but don't miss you.
Oh, look at him waltzing down with his dumb slack jeans.
Oh, his jeans are pulled up a little too much, and his shirt's tucked in.
There he
Your
is.
jeans are too high.
How you doing, Dennis Falcone?
Hi, Dennis.
Gentlemen.
Can we do the...
I like Dennis. I got no problem
Can we
with
do
him.
the O'Reilly clip real fast before we get into this?
Oh, I thought that was done.
Is that okay, Dennis?
Let's do that.
It's your show.
All right, why don't you leave then?
Yeah, come back in like 20 minutes.
Yeah. No, seriously, leave. Sal, seriously.
Just wait outside the door.
Oh, wait outside.
You guys
Sal's here too?
Yeah, you guys gather your thoughts, because obviously there's an issue between
No, you
you
don't
two.
want them talking outside, though. Sal, you go down the hall or something, or Sal, you just sit on my lap, and Denny, you go down the hall. You go down the hall and
go
your fucking head enlarged.
Go separate ways.
That tiny little head.
His Doberman Pinscher head enrages me every time I see it. It looks like a fucking witch doctor got to him.
Yes.
The guy from Serpent and the Rainbow blew something in his face.
And his dumb legs that got busted when he was a kid.
Exactly, his fucking stupid military hairdo from the back. His dumb fawn legs. Hey, cricket legs, I want to talk to you. Get over here.
Did he get run over like ice skating or
Yes.
something?
No, he's walking home.
It's almost impossible, but I think he got run over actually ice skating.
Ice skating.
That's how... hold on. Let me say hi to Joe in Staten Island, and then we'll move on to everything else. Joe, go ahead.
Yeah, that last call was full of shit.
Oh.
Nice.
Your show was great, but...
Of course it is.
Open Anthony of faggots who never smoked weed in high school. And
I remember
point.
that.
You could have stopped after faggots.
Should have ripped some bong hits and drank some beers.
Yeah, that's the problem.
smoke weed, bro. What the fuck?
I think if we start ripping bong hits together, we could last another
Ripping
10
some
years.
bong hits.
Thank you, Joe. I'm not stupid. I know the guy. You know, he likes the Jimmy and the Anthony.
Yeah.
It happens. What are you going to do? Here's Bill O'Reilly talking about Obama on Funny or Die.
I don't really have a problem with it in general, but I think the timing hurts Mr. Obama. The economy continues to be problematic, and Putin is clearly testing the president. Clearly. Looks like Putin believes the president is a lightweight. Will a comedy video counter that? Just asking. Here's the most important thing. The Affordable Health Care Act.
He's just a smug asshole.
The way he presents it, and then he goes, just asking.
How does he have fans?
It was dripping with sarcasm.
But how does he have fans?
He's a very high-rated program.
He's the big dick at Fox. I think as far as the boss, yeah.
But he's just a smug asshole.
That's
The Affordable Health Care Act is dubious, to say the least.
Dubious.
And using a comedic website to enroll people, it's a little bit desperate, don't you think? I mean,
enroll doobies.
Roll doobies.
I see a pattern, cattle.
Why is it desperate for Obama to go on Funny or Die? That's where the younger
That's who he's
people
trying
are going. So
pitch his little
Yeah.
law to.
It's a bit unorthodox, but what the hell?
Exactly. I mean, he was taking a risk. This is snarky guy. Funny or Die?
Well,
not a fan of Obamacare, but I understand why he might go in this direction to get people to pay attention to
all
it.
I know is my insurance is like getting canceled. I don't know what to do about it.
Why?
I don't even know who to call, what to do.
Go on the website.
So wait,
fucking annoying. But I liked my insurance. I was told I could keep it.
Well,
Lying sack of shit.
What do you like about your insurance?
That I paid it, and if I ever needed to go to see the doctor, they paid for it. There.
Wait,
Nice.
another one.
Now I get maternity leave care and
Good,
fucking
you need it.
Children's orthodontics.
Yay! In case you get DNA on their gums, you have the dentist wash it off.
Wash it off.
Whoosh.
Hey, could you get in there and get under the gums? Get all that stuff out of there.
Wait, if yours is getting canceled, that mine's
Yours is done too.
Really? I didn't get any.
Must have already sent you a form.
I don't read those forms.
I got that.
Opie has a different thing because you got wife and kids, so maybe they fill his out differently. Maybe it's a different insurance. That he
I
has.
sure hope so.
He probably has maternity.
You don't want to be uninsured.
Why?
I don't believe in
Why
insurance.
not?
I don't have
Something
it.
happens.
I'll just go to the doctors
Jimmy.
and I say, look, I'll give you what I got.
Whatever.
I promise something.
I don't think I had health insurance until I was 30. Seriously.
Me too.
I had it through my union, so I had it for quite a while.
30.
Lucky me.
Maybe 30. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because radio stations didn't offer health insurance. You kidding me?
Ooh.
That's all recent.
Yeah.
It's a little bit desperate, don't you think? I mean, I'm all for PR, and if Carney
Mars.
wanted to go on Funny or Die, fine. but the President of the United States?
Stop it, Bill. Shut up.
All I can tell you is Abe Lincoln would not have done it.
Shut up.
Come on. Serious times.
Done it.
Yeah, but and Obama wouldn't have gone to the theater without security. So fucking shut up.
And this is what we were talking about. Serious times means serious actions.
Right.
You shouldn't be fooling around.
Like when Bush does the White House, and again, I'm not shitting on Bush,
right?
But like when any president does the White House Correspondents' Dinner, same time, Obama sat in that White House Correspondents' Dinner when he knew Bin Laden was about to be captured in a day. They all do it. It's a part of the fucking job. So shut the fuck up about it.
And fucking Lincoln, he pulled the biggest joke on America of anybody.
That should have been on Funny or Die.
That's hilarious, Lincoln. Thanks.
I have to disagree with this.
That's just jokes.
I was talking about the Gettysburg Address.
I understood.
It was great.
I was with you.
That's some solid stand-up right there.
We read each other's minds after all these years. Exactly. I knew exactly what you were talking about.
Exactly.
Serious times. Call for serious action.
Oh, shut up.
We're a divided nation, which Talking Points believes is in decline. Mr. Obama's quick, has a good sense of humor. Those are assets. But he needs to be aware. He needs to be aware of how his enemies perceive him. Because I believe the testing of America is just getting started.
Stop it. Utter dreck. Utter dreck.
Right. Coming up.
Sounds like it was spinning to me.
That was spinning. He loves a good spin.
Gotta be political.
All right, now we can bring in Denny and Sal and get to what the hell's going on.
Denny and Sal.
And who else? Manny.
Yes. Manny, Denny, and Sal.
I don't know. Fucking, Denny's implying fucking enlarging cream to his head. Sal taking jizz out of his beard. Two of them.
Oh, they're just shrinking. There's a witch doctor following him.
He really is. Yeah, he cut the wrong person off. He fucking ran over a girl and her fucking gypsy father. I die with it in me mouth.
In my mouth.
You'll never see us.
Your head will get thinner.
Yeah. Tiny-headed zilch. His fucking head gets crushed by a grape.
There he goes.
Denny, you got a tiny head.
Excuse me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Your head is small.
I can't do anything about that now.
No, I know.
Like you could have at any other juncture.
Exactly.
Your mom had an easy time, though, giving birth to you.
Oh, my God. She probably didn't even get off the phone. God, this thing dropping out of me. Right. Little tiny-headed thing. She thought it was a spider at first.
Your dad was happy about that.
Oh,
I know. But he rubbed your little tiny head. Thank God for you.
Thank you for your little head. What's up, Sal? What's the problem with Denny? What mic you on? 7, 8? 7.
Whichever mic will have him. Sorry, Sal. Little mic.
Is that Zippy the Pinhead?
That's who it is.
Zippy
I don't think there'll be any Photoshops. You don't have to worry, Denny.
Yeah, there might
Anyway,
be.
Sal, what's up with you and Denny? There was a big fight in the office the other day, and Sam captured the last 7 seconds of it.
I didn't capture it.
Somebody did.
Who captured it?
Who Kid did.
Oh, the Who Kid.
I'm getting blamed for everything.
Oh, it was on the Who Kid's Instagram.
You make an environment that breeds that kind of thing.
That breeds hate.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I do.
Little hatred.
It's competitive around here.
In between Who Kid's moisture videos,
Yes.
he captured the fight.
Yes,
or part of
because
it.
You know it was Who Kid because he captioned all this white people fight part 1.
Yeah,
White people fight part 2.
Can we hear the audio?
Don't
at
like
least?
it.
Well, do you want to hear what happened?
No, not really.
You don't want the context?
No, we will eventually. I want to see what Who Kid captured.
No, stay there. Get the fuck out of the office. You hold on. Get out of the office. You are an only child, right? You have no brothers and sisters. I'm gonna analyze the problem. Denny has to actually go home and my boss.
Denny, can you sit here for a minute? I enjoy your company.
I thought you said you weren't even in the building.
You're right in the middle
You're
of the video.
in the fucking frame.
I wasn't in the building when the fight started, I said.
Oh, but you couldn't wait to get in the middle of it.
Well, when the staff is involved in an altercation, I need to be there to witness to make sure it doesn't get out of control.
It wasn't an altercation.
It was a verbal altercation.
It wasn't an altercation.
It was a fight.
It was an argument. It was a discussion.
A verbal fight.
What was it about?
It was a heated discussion.
Did you say that, like, other humans have tucked their pants in and pulled them up as high? And Sal said that's never happened?
I just think Sal was way out of line right there. First of all, Sal, I don't think you have the authority to be throwing anyone out of offices. I don't think so.
Wow, you're
I don't
sticking up
think
for Denny.
Well, yeah, I like Denny. And,
I mean,
and the guy's been in the business
that must...
for many, many years, albeit the bottom rung of the business.
It must mean you got a party coming up soon.
But
you need the hard drive of hits.
There will be a summer party happening when I first open up the pool.
I don't even know
Sal,
but I don't know what the fight is about yet.
I don't know, but he was just telling Denny to get the fuck out of the office.
Maybe there was a good reason.
It got very heated.
So what could Denny possibly do?
I don't know. It's been 10 minutes, and I still don't know what this fight was about.
Well, let's say what happened.
I'll tell you, I
What
walked in the
happened?
office, there was a plate of food in front of Sal,
Right.
and I said, oh, you're going to eat that? It was the last one.
Which
He
is
said,
infuriating because Denny does it all day
I forgot.
long.
That's right. We've
Why
talked
do you
about
do
that.
that?
Why do you want other people's food?
I was going to ask you, you're going to finish that, that's all. But why?
And what were you going to do?
I was going to eat it.
Just
What was
spit
it?
in this.
What's that?
What was
I think
it?
it was a crab cake.
You mean someone else's crab cake?
A crab cake.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to use an Italian term for a second. Denny is what is known as a gavone. It is a gluttonous person who just will always take and take and take and take. Now, I'm sitting there doing my work, right? Denny comes out of nowhere. Are you going to eat that? I said, Denny.
I said, you can eat that. I didn't yell at
Yes, you did.
Are you
Denny.
that poor that you have to eat someone else's
No.
crab cake?
No.
Are you a cheapskate?
No.
You
But
love
if
free
it's going to
shit,
go
though.
in the garbage or
Right.
not,
It's a
then
sin.
you might as well
But
take
it was
it.
half-eaten.
It's a sin.
No, it wasn't half-eaten.
nah.
There was like 4 of them.
That's a sin.
That's cheapskate stuff.
Yeah, you're...
He ate
Is
3.
it cheapskate
That's
stuff?
cheapskate stuff.
Denny is a hawk for free shit. He's going through our
Yeah.
garbage half the time. It's fucking you. You know what I do now?
Your
What do you mean it goes through the garbage?
Our audio.
Denny goes through the garbage because sometimes we get a lot of nonsense in the mail.
I'll walk by. I'll see a book sitting on top of the pail. What are you guys throwing this
you've
book
dug,
out?
you've dug
No,
in the
that's not
garbage.
being,
Doug.
you know that's not being used in that office.
It was a book or a book or a CD.
These idiots just thought they were colorful paperweights.
I'm not going through for food.
You dug through the garbage.
No, you're wrong.
Are you a hoarder?
No, not really. No, there's a good
That means
book
you
there.
are.
Not
no.
really.
All right, if you
Not
had a
really
book,
scares
He
me.
saved all the those old air checks on cassette. Yes, he is.
Did you ever take an eclair
It's a
off the
collector.
top of the
No,
garbage?
no,
It's
never
just
did
on
that.
top.
Never did that.
No?
Not-
Denny, I got a gift for you.
Opens reach in the garbage.
Digging
You got
in
a
the
book.
garbage.
You got a book over there.
Garbage picker,
I
garbage
got
picker.
100 years of crossword puzzles.
I don't do
that just
crossword
came in.
puzzles.
100 years, 100 crosswords.
But
sure
you know
don't
what?
want
That might be good for a giveaway. Thank you.
It's not good for a
Where are you
giveaway.
gonna
Always
give it to?
thinking.
Who
Always
wants that?
You
thinking.
never know. Somebody might want something.
You don't even do giveaways.
I don't want that next to me.
You
That's
want
my
my
garbage.
Starbucks coffee cup?
No, I'm okay.
You sure?
Yeah. So anyway,
You saw a crab cake that somebody was eating and decided to
no.
say,
You had like a tray. You know, when you have like a whole bunch of food
There were
on a plate.
three individual-sized
Right.
crab cakes.
Listen, you gonna finish that? That's all.
And Denny said, "Are you gonna finish that?"
I have a real problem with that.
Yeah.
That's creepy that someone wants my
Is
food
it?
like that.
Yes.
Really?
I wouldn't even give it a second thought. Not to do it, but if to see somebody go, "Are you going to finish that?" I wouldn't even think like, "Oh,
But you would
what's he
give them your
doing?"
crab cake?
If I wasn't eating it,
I would
if I
offer
was,
it
I'd
to
be
someone
like,
if I was
"No,
done."
I'm having it.
Right.
And I'm with you 100% with that.
Yeah.
Denny will do this dozens of times a day.
Yeah.
Every fucking day for the past 2 years.
More examples. Go.
More examples. If I'm eating my own breakfast that I bought with my own money, I'm about to take a bite. Denny goes, "You're going to eat that? You're going to eat the other half?" It's like, Denny.
it's a cock. I'm not eating it.
I'm going to service this. Yeah, but no, it's just, it's
or like
so
if you come
fucking
into the
mean.
office, like you don't even like if you get pizza, right?
Pizza party?
No.
Oh, okay.
If you just go down and get a slice.
Wait, it's not even a whole
So
pie?
you don't get a pie.
It's
you just
your
have
own
a slice.
We say pie in the New York area, by the way.
Yeah.
What do they say about places?
No, if you get a pie, I'm
Don't
not
say
going to ask you
pie.
if you're eating a slice.
If you're eating a slice, Denny will come in and say, "Hey, you got any more of that pizza?"
Right, you got another slice?
There's no
Nah,
box
fuck
anywhere
that
around.
shit. No, I'm 100%.
Thank
I
you.
like Denny, but I'm 100% with Sal.
If it's a whole pie and there's some slices laying around, I get
Sure.
it.
Right.
But not someone's crab
Oh,
cake.
no.
Ugh.
No, the
You had a
energy-
tray of them. Like if you go to cocktail hour and you have a bunch of, on a plate.
Sal's
There's three
talking
of
about a
them.
certain energy, like a certain energy of, hey, can I have that?
Right.
There's certain comedians that have been like that, like taking energy, and they never offer anything or
Yeah.
contribute anything.
Never.
They're always asking for shit. There's certain comics that will call me and ask me, and do you not notice those of you who I never get back to you
Wow.
because you're always asking for shit.
No, if I have
Yeah.
something, I'll offer it to Sal. I'll say, hey, I got a box of oatmeal. You want a package of oatmeal? You want something?
I love
Yeah,
it.
I
you
did
know
that
that, right?
sarcastically that day
Right.
because you always do it to me. I don't want anything you have to give.
Okay.
Whoa.
Wait, how many times has Denny offered you stuff?
Only when I've sarcastic, maybe like twice.
No, if I have something, I'll offer it.
He literally has gone into my office, and there's a book on the desk. Hey, you gonna read that, or like he wants me to give him the book
Yeah,
that's
it's
on
like
my desk?
this is people's lives. It's not a fucking yard sale.
wrong with you?
And he goes, well, it's there. I just figured out you can't.
So it has nothing to do with the actual item or that. It's just this need to ask for something.
No, if it was a book about Soul Train,
hold on.
I know he's not going to read it.
No. Here's the problem. If you did it every once in a while, like, oh my God, that's the Tyson book that I was, thinking about, and you happen to have a copy. Hey, you reading that? Because I would like to read that. I get it, but it seems like he does it every day with things.
Correct.
That's what's creepy about this.
Correct. Every single day. And what I do now to be a complete fucking asshole to Denny is, like, if we throw something out, or even if it's like an empty envelope that is like expired from the mail, I'll dump hot sauce all over.
I thought you were going to say you rubbed your penis on it.
No, but I'll just completely sabotage it because we know it irritates Denny. It's like a fucking culture to our garbage.
That's what the restaurant owners do with their food. So the homeless don't go into
they
their.
pour bleach in it.
Yeah, they pour bleach. Yeah, they do.
Oh yeah.
Oh, because they've gotten sued. That's why, by the way.
No, it's more. They just don't want the homeless hanging around their dumpsters. Is how that started.
Okay.
So they throw bleach on all their food that they throw away, and then the word gets out. You can't,
Well, they don't even want things like muffin stumps. You could fucking try to feed them the bottom part of the muffins. They won't like it. Well, what?
Nice.
They want the tops of the muffin. Top of the muffin to you.
So you're not even scratching the surface on this fight yet.
All right, let's go.
All right, so he gives it to me. I said, thank you very much. I take a bite. He goes, oh, Roland's going to be mad.
So as a joke, Sal told Denny he could have Roland's, and Roland's not in the office. Right. So Denny's now taking a bite of Roland's.
So Denny starts freaking out.
Roland's crab cake.
Roland's crab cake.
Supposedly. Which is on his diet, I guess.
Oh.
He was celebrating.
It was Friday, celebratory.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot.
Celebratory.
I forgot that's factored into his diet.
So I got mad because I didn't think that was funny. I didn't want to take something that was somebody else's. So I said, what'd you do that for? I said, Roland's going to be mad. 2 seconds later, Roland walks in the office. Sal goes, oh, Denny ate your crab cake. What does Roland do? He slaps the dish and the crab cake goes on the floor.
That's good.
Because,
Roland.
Fucking Roland.
But in the same second, in the same thing, Sal is tweeting this out. That's what ticked me off.
This is where Denny got
Wait, you
upset.
started the fight.
It wasn't a fight.
Why did it tick you off that he tweeted it?
Because it's stupid. Who cares?
And Denny said, don't tweet this.
I said, don't tweet that. There's nothing there. It's stupid.
Uh-huh.
Well,
What, a crab cake on the floor? That's a tweet.
All I said was Denny likes to come into our office and eat our food. That's all I said. I actually, since then, have deleted the tweet.
Why? Because
a
huge fight broke out.
Well, because the fight broke out, and Denny didn't want it, and I completely disagree with deleting tweets. I really do. But now
you shouldn't have done it. You
Yeah,
should
you
redo
should
it.
love it.
I should redo it today.
Denny finds out that it has indeed been tweeted.
Okay.
And he marched, and he gets not Denny mad, but actual mad.
Oh,
like we got him out of kayfabe. He was breaking character, and he was actually a human being for a second.
I don't like saying he's not a character. This is Denny.
But he
All the
lives
shows
in a
do
character.
characters.
No, he lives in the character.
I think. No, I don't think so.
He does. He lives in.
Do
this
you live
weird...
in a character world?
Part of it.
He's
a good
fucking
escape.
weird.
It's good
What?
escape.
It's like, but it's not
What's
like
your character.
It's not like a character that radio shows do. It's like he's off the air. He's still in character. He goes home. He's in character.
Taking a piss.
That's
He's
just
in
his
character.
life.
So that's not.
But then when you step
That's not a
over and get
character.
But he's
mad,
actively doing it.
Like, what is his character? Explain your character, Denny.
Or lack
I'm
thereof.
just happy-go-lucky Denny. I mean, that's all.
But he's not really that happy-go-lucky.
so then when he gets angry for real, it seems like a departure from his character.
His idea of a really fun Saturday is going to a nursery and biting babies' fingers and toes until they scream.
You know who does characters?
Mr. Amos?
That's right.
Yeah.
I do.
Mr. Amos. We'll go down and talk to Mr. Amos.
And so Denny goes back into the office, and he goes, Sal, I told you not to tweet that. You know what? You're a goddamn punk. You're a punk baby.
Wow.
And he was like,
Denny.
and he was almost like Crispin Glover in Back to the Future, going, "You get your damn hands off her."
Right.
And so then Sal,
No, Biff.
Sal took umbrage with the fact that Denny had called him a goddamn punk baby, and then they got into just this huge fight.
Well, did he at least... Did Denny ask for some of the umbrage when Sal took it?
I just was upset. You didn't have to tweet. You don't have to tweet every little thing. And
But so what if he does? What's
it was stupid because there was nothing there.
Well, and then that's when he started.
But it involved me.
Well, you chose to go into that office. You have a Twitter account.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
100%.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Denny, the room is turned on you.
No, I agree with Sal on this
We're
one.
having a heated discussion here, that's all.
We're not heated.
Well,
you're a public guy. You're not a private citizen. You're a public figure, on this radio show, and something happened. Sal's got the right to tweet it.
But that's when Sal started saying, "Get the fuck out of my office. You're an old fucking man."
That was
crazy.
Go to human resources with that.
No.
Oh, man.
Well, Denny did bring that up. Denny goes, what if I go to human resources?
Denny.
Fucking go to human resources.
I wouldn't, but
Why
that's
would
the
you
point.
bring that up?
Well,
that's bitch shit. Why
He
would you
just
bring that up?
he just brought it up.
As a
it's
joke.
not in a
He's
heated
on radio.
argument.
Holy fuck, it's a joke.
Right, but you brought it up.
You're backing him into a corner.
Our show doesn't go to human resources.
You're backing a jackal into a corner.
But in the same breath, I said I wouldn't do that.
Then why mention it?
Because it was there. Because he's calling me an old man.
Wait,
so you called him a young punk.
Did you say it as
so
a
you
joke,
can insult
or
him,
did
but
you
he
mean
can't
it?
insult you back?
I wouldn't.
Was that a threat?
No, it was.
Of course, it was a
I
threat.
just threw it out there.
Nah, bullshit. It was a threat. You called him a punk.
Right.
Okay, so you can insult Sal, but he can't insult you and call you an old man.
Punk is not a problem.
Because you said it.
You said problem to the punk.
So you have no ability. This is like
Goddamn punk
sociopathic shit. That no ability, the arrogance of having no ability to see that you contributed equally to that. It was half your fault.
Are you on the spectrum?
No.
He's 100%. This is 100%
A little bit, right?
fault.
100%.
A little bit.
Yes.
Didn't you want a certain
How far do you think?
female that works here to get up on a copy machine and copy that
No,
ass?
that was a joke.
Yeah. And
was
then
a joke.
when Nicole announced her pregnancy, you told her the baby may be stillborn.
Like, we wouldn't even say that. We've done horrific things with our careers, and we would never say that. I just would never say that. I know how sensitive women are when they're pregnant.
But I was just relaying the story.
That's that spectrum
What a
shit.
horrible story to relay.
You're so on the spectrum.
Way deep.
But you know
I
what?
don't think it's deep, though.
I don't know.
He threatened Sal with human resources in an argument.
You want to hear another clip from Who Kids White Fight?
Yes, please. Is this on World Star Hip Hop yet?
A white and a white.
You're right.
So,
If he has a box of
can I talk to my boss?
Go ahead.
But you get the fuck out of the office?
Whoa.
This is the Opie and Anthony office. You can
Talk like gentlemen. Talk like gentlemen.
Fuck it, I have no respect for
Just
that.
be a gentleman.
What the fuck?
I respect you.
Are you okay?
Wow.
You called him a punk. How is that really respectful?
Where's E-Rock? I saw he was in the office,
Sal's
too.
way out of line here. I think Sal's way out of line.
I will admit, Denny was able to break me. Like he
You
was
should
able
have
to get a
kept
rise
it
out of me.
professional.
You're right.
That wasn't a professional way to represent the Opie and Anthony show in, as you pointed out, the office of the Opie and Anthony.
But he wasn't respectful to Sal. Like, we didn't see the opening to that. It's almost like if you come in halfway on an argument and you see one guy shoves another guy, and the only thing captured on video is the other guy shoving him back.
Oh, boy.
He came in and he didn't just say, hey, buddy, could you not tweet that? And then go, I really asked you not to. That's not cool. He came in aggressively and, like they said, mad. So what is Sal
I'm very
supposed to do?
confused. Who cares if he tweeted it?
I totally agree.
And
That's a who gives a crap tweet,
I didn't tweet
really.
any photos or anything. It literally just said, Denny, I put at Dennis Falcone likes to come into our office and eat our food. That's all I
just
put.
think
Why did that bother you so
And that's
much?
a
I didn't
fucking
think there was
fact,
any reason.
too.
Okay, but I didn't think there was a reason for it.
So what? You don't need to think there's a reason for it. Sal did.
Okay, so you know what? I'm going to admit I was wrong.
Wow.
Okay. I was wrong, and you know what? I went over and I said, let's shake hands and let's...
Well, we do it differently on this show. It's an open mouth kiss. You know that, right? So
That's right.
You and Sal.
On
You and Sal now need to.
And you know what? This guy helps me all the time. If ever I need something for computers or audio, he always does.
If your balls are heavy and need to be drained.
It was just one of those things. We're
Careful,
basically...
he might go to human resources.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Just
Are we okay?
Yeah, we're one big
You
happy
sure?
family here, yeah.
Not going to march down where I don't even know where that office is.
I have no
Thank
idea
God.
where it is either. I wouldn't do
Thank
that.
God I don't know those people.
I would never do
I
that.
wouldn't know him if I bumped into him.
But why would you say that to him?
I don't know, Jim. It was just in the heat of the moment.
Whoa.
Asia.
Heat of the moment. Great song.
Now he's trying to suck
that's
up.
the first supergroup?
I do. Yeah, I like them.
Trying to suck up by using Asia right there.
Exactly.
I see that.
Well,
It worked, though. It worked.
It was the heat.
No, Jimmy's right. I was wrong.
No, but when you're arguing two guys, and it's not like you just came up and you'd say, I'm going to go tell the boss.
Well, no, because he was saying something in front of other people, and they might say, Sal called him an
You
old man.
stormed into where I work saying you're a punk baby in front of my peers.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would never be crazy enough to insult somebody verbally like that and then get mad when they insult. If I walked in here and said to Sam, like, you little piece of shit, and he went, fuck you, if I said, hey, man, don't curse at me.
Right.
Like, what?
Yeah. And I'm more creeped out about the crab cake. How much money did you save by not having to buy lunch?
No, I don't know. Somebody just made them in the office.
Slapped him out of his hand. He still had to buy
What do you mean
lunch.
they made him in the office?
What was the last
You guys
thing?
are making food in the office now?
What the fuck is this?
The lovely Heather B.
Goddamn home ec?
Heather B.
Heather B brought them for
Homemade
me.
crab cake.
Yeah, she was making them in the
Lobster,
morning.
mac and cheese. They were fantastic.
Wow.
Lobster,
Good for
mac and
Heather
cheese.
B.
She brought it for me, Roland, and Erock.
Why doesn't Heather B think of the fucking
that's
on-air
nice.
crew?
Is she out there right now?
Home by then.
What was
I
it,
can go
10-10? I mean, 10.
Just see if she's right there.
Time.
So she's starting trouble with the staff.
10:40.
I know.
Dividing the
10:45.
staff.
No, she's not around.
So what was the last thing that you can remember that Denny asked for? That asked to have?
Crab cake.
What
Well, that
it?
was Friday.
Yeah, give us a list of some of the things he's asked for recently.
He was
And
gone.
where's Eric?
Monday.
Where is Erock?
In the office.
Roland bought donuts yesterday.
He's always part of these.
He brought in donuts. And
Roland brought donuts.
Oh,
Did he eat any?
donut.
Or did he just
I
bring
don't,
them
I
in?
don't know, but
You want another quick clip of Denny in the office?
I'd love
It
that.
still goes.
There's
yeah.
4 clips.
Oh,
This
good.
is clip
Yeah,
3.
let's hear clip
Nice.
3.
But you're a punk for putting this stuff on Twitter. What is the reason? They don't put it on Twitter. They don't put it on
You're a punk for coming in here every 2 minutes of every fucking day asking for free shit.
When you pointed your finger and went, you're nothing but a goddamn punk.
A
goddamn punk.
A goddamn punk.
A goddamn punk.
There you go.
So you called out a punk twice. You called him a punk twice.
I walked back up to the office, and Who Kid is just sitting there, like, yelling and screaming, like, oh, they're using the P word in there. They're using the P word.
Love Food Kid.
Ah, shit.
Here comes Eric and Roland.
Oh,
Go
here
add
they
to
are.
this.
Great.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
hope not too close together. To
Fucking,
Roland's
yeah,
gonna take Denny's side,
exactly.
watch.
But you guys don't remember some of the things Denny has asked for
No, anything.
in recent memory.
If we get,
I don't like
get,
the answer to
something.
anything. That doesn't help me.
It's
There it
books, CDs. If we get like
love a good CD.
like like swag, like T-shirts, anything.
Right. You guys have anything to add to this, Eric? I saw you were in the middle of the fight there.
Watch Roland take Denny's.
No, I love Denny. The only thing he asked me if Taco Bell could deliver free breakfast menu food to taste.
You asked for free Taco Bell?
no. Here's how I brought it to him. I said, "Hey, by the way,
he's
Taco
Mexican?
Bell is no."
Yeah.
Serving
Denny's a
bread.
mooch. Taco Bell.
He goes, hey, Taco Bell.
And you know how, and you know how when a restaurant does something new like that comes out, they want to promote it. So maybe they'll be
Say,
sending
hey,
up
if
some.
Taco Bell calls you, I love it.
Why not just go buy it? Denny's a cheapskate.
Big time.
Denny's a chiseler.
No, not really.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
You know how Howard has the free cupcakes?
I wouldn't know.
He'll go in the back and he'll get a whole plate, and he goes, "This is for tomorrow, boys." See?
So you stash a little for
Save a
later.
little cupcake.
I bring them out to the staff. Usually, I give
there
one
you
to.
Erock, anything to add to this?
Erock, your observations.
I think you said you were asking for the last thing he did.
What'd you shave with? Miracle Grow?
Erock has the greatest 5 o'clock shadow
That
ever.
is great. It's very Fred Flintstone.
It's 840 shadow. Jesus. Big giant prickly hairs. It's like you have my head on your chin.
That's very impressive. We're not slamming you. It's impressive.
Yeah.
You're
like
a man.
To shave it with a bat. Holy
Oh, Erock.
Go ahead, Erock.
The last thing Denny had asked for was when Chelsea Handler was here. And Roland had the stack of books that he gave everybody when she came in and everything. And Denny was really desperate to get a book.
For what?
He said there's some young lady that he
A friend of mine
reconnected with, and he wanted to get the book for her.
Yeah, she said, "Oh, gee, I understand that Chelsea Handler's
Who's
going to
this,
the
some
show."
broad you're trying to get in the sack?
I said, "See if I get your book."
Trying to dip it in, huh?
Go through the garbage pail.
And I went, no,
She was
and
the greatest piece of ass I ever had.
And I got books for girls all over the world. Now you get the hell out of here.
and I went to Spencer, who
I
works
hope
the
you enjoyed
challenge.
a crab cake, Tom.
Sal is a man who demands of hearing bad news at once.
I went to Spencer. I said, "Do you have a copy of the book?" A lady friend of mine would like to know.
Lady friend.
Nice.
So he
Fucking
said,
bitch to
"I
buy
gave them
herself."
to Roland. Maybe Roland has one for you."
Exactly.
Roland
There you
came
go.
up to me. I said, "Do you have a copy of the book?" I said, "Yeah."
No harm in
He goes,
asking, right?
I need
You're
it
a
for young
fan
man.
of swag.
And he said, "What's the lady's name? I'll
loves
get it
swag.
autographed for you." He has a very
Oh,
big
that.
heart.
Denny.
He has a very big
Denny.
heart, and he
Yes,
said, "I
it's
was
called
very
enlarged.
Uh-oh, he's giving you the cat thing.
Denny, how often do you ask for things? Like, how many times a week would you say you ask for something?
3 or 4, maybe." Maybe.
That's
if
right.
I see something, you got a copy of a book.
Days.
That's
roughly every day. That's fucking 80% of the work days.
Really? You guys get a lot of stuff.
Which means it's always higher than the number you give.
Of course.
It's pushing 5 days a week.
Yeah, so every day he's asking.
Pretty much. I would say every day he's getting something for free.
I actually, as we took a second there, I remembered some things that Denny has asked for.
Okay.
Recently.
Oh, good.
Well, Denny one day came into the office and he was like, "Hey, I know the guys are getting the NutriBullets, right?" He's like, "When can I get one of those?" Roland, did he ask that or did he not?
He asked
4
for
times.
a full
Okay.
NutriBullet system.
He asked that day, that morning. I gave Denny my old Dollar Shave Club razor blade handle because we get a lot of the blades in the office.
You gave him the handle that you used?
Hang on. This is where that fight got heated. Now that I think about it, you should have brought that up earlier.
I forgot about it.
This is why Denny got so pissed. Sal had given him this Dollar Shave Club razor handle. That's all it was.
And Denny said, "Where's the head of it? I can't sit on it like this." This is a cock in the ass joke. Sorry, Human Resources. Here we come.
We'll see you after the show.
And we all know how Denny loves running up to Human Resources.
Absolutely. Running. Really?
That's true.
That is true.
He's got his little plucked off daddy long legs.
Exactly.
Legs.
Like a marionette up the steps. Old puppet. Here comes old puppet shins.
You do walk like a spider.
Yeah. I got hit by a car. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
I'm lucky I could walk. I'm lucky I could walk.
I know. I wish it would hit you in the vocal cords.
Sorry.
Jenny. Some would say lucky, sure.
Yeah.
What else, Sal? Was that it?
No, so he gives him the razor blade handle, and then Denny takes it, and then like 2 minutes later calls Sal a goddamn punk baby.
Oh,
and
that
then,
was just before goddamn punk baby?
Yes. And then Sal gets really upset. For some reason, goddamn punk baby is the one thing. Like Marty McFly has chicken.
Right.
Sal has goddamn punk baby.
Oh, man.
I don't think anyone will tweet that today. So you'll be safe, Sal.
There'll be no Photoshop.
You'll be all right.
Stay weird.
Is there another clip of the fight?
Well, so I was going to say, then Sal goes over to Denny's desk and starts going through Denny's shit and demanding that he returns the razor blade handle.
I said, how petty.
And then he finally gets it. He finally gets it from him, and he breaks it in half and throws it in the garbage.
He said, "Give it back to me, or I'm going to make your life hell."
Right. That would make your life miserable. Yeah.
Miserable.
And
this
then
is the shit that goes
I know. And that idiot from yesterday wants us to stick around for this.
Right.
Yeah. For this.
And that's what got Denny so upset.
Was that he broke his free gift?
He had a free razor
His
blade
trinket.
handle.
Yes. Something free was then taken away. He's an
It was
Indian
childish.
giver.
It was childish.
It's childish.
I have another thing that Denny has requested in the past, and I think we should tell this story in its entirety.
Oh, really?
Yes.
We should, huh? Just add Sal's name to the wall, everyone.
Let's not discourage Sal. He's taking some initiative. Let's encourage him. Let's encourage the young buck.
Denny, do you remember when you asked for the Beats by Dre?
Oh,
the headphones.
And I think we should, Sam, you want to take the lead on telling that story because you'll probably have it better than I.
Is that when he opened the box?
Yes.
No, because you guys tricked me. You guys said, "Open the box." It was E-Rock's box. That was not nice. That was not nice.
Sal tricked him again. Some E-Rock wasn't in.
It was not me. It
was Roland.
Why are you easily tricked?
He's so easily tricked. And it's always the same trick.
He said, "Here, open this box." It's okay.
If you were a bear, you'd have 3 legs.
You must love Halloween.
Roland goes, because Roland wanted to open E-Rock's mail, but E-Rock was like, "Of course you can't. I'm not there." And so then Roland goes, "Hey, Denny, your beats are here. They're right in that box. Just open them." And Denny goes, "Oh, all right, I'll just open them up."
Opened up.
And he rips open the box that's addressed to E-Rock. And I don't know, there's just some bullshit in
And he put them on his little head and then bent forward and couldn't stand up. That was poor little guy.
That wasn't funny because that was E-Rock's.
That was
hilarious.
fucking hysterical.
They used your greed against you.
There were no headphones in that box.
No.
No.
I didn't want E-Rock thinking I'm opening up his stuff.
You know what it is with Denny?
Hold on, but beats aren't going to fit on that tiny head of yours.
Exactly.
They cave it in.
They were just
made of metal. Right.
Yeah. You know what it is with Denny, though? And this is all part of the old school radio thing. You know this. So when you're in radio in the earlier days, it was all about free shit. You didn't make money.
Right.
You didn't make any money in the business, so you felt good about getting tickets to shows and T-shirts and hats and food, and that it's part of the the whole upbringing of somebody on the radio.
Well, here's Heather B.
Heather B.
Hi, Heather.
Who made the crab cakes that started a war in our office.
Oh, my God.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah. Everyone loves them.
I heard they were great.
White people fight.
I only had a bite.
He said, what happened?
Who kid Instagrammed white people fight?
They were fighting over your crab cakes.
It was all because of the crab cakes.
We would
But you guys are always really nice to me. Ever since you offered me donuts and tequila, it's been hard to like walk away. And I bring you something, so when I have gifts, I have vodka today, but when I have gifts, you are always more than welcome.
Vodka, huh? Why do you have vodka today?
I have vodka every day, but I just made it sound like today was special,
Right,
but I have vodka today.
Is there vodka in that coffee cup?
This is water.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I love it. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. We usually cook. We have a party every Friday on Swain
It's
in the morning.
amazing what's going on in there on Friday.
Man.
Yeah, well, it's Fantasy Friday, so we just keep the whole theme going with the strippers. I don't partake in that, but I
saw some pictures and stuff. There was some action going on in there. There was one of the strippers. There was what's her name? Mary Jean.
Mary Jean. Yeah.
She was in there.
She's been on our show.
And another one of the girls that I see walking around here is kissing her and stuff.
Well, Tracy G, she does our Celebrity Riot and everything. She's bisexual, so she has a segment on Fridays called The School of Sex. So that's why I leave on The School of Sex. I have nothing to do with that segment.
It was pretty good.
That's usually when I get the ice and the cranberry juice.
Is Sway looking for a white co-host?
Come on in anytime. He always says he's going to stop by. Has he come in yet?
No, nor has he ever invited us in. We noticed that. His curtains remain closed. He's never invited us in.
There's a good waiver, though, when he walks by.
Oh, yeah, Sway gives a quick wave and right in.
Keep going.
He's got a strong wave.
This Friday, we're headed to South by Southwest today.
Oh,
next Friday, there's food.
Oh,
I'll make sure I'll stop by here first and take care
Why are
of
you?
it.
So you guys are going to South by Southwest?
Yes.
The whole show?
Well, Sway, myself, and about 5 of us are going.
Yeah.
It's about 12 of us.
This is why I lose my effing mind.
They don't let us go anywhere.
There's always an issue.
Who's paying for it?
Sway.
Oh.
This company's not paying for it?
Sway.
Sway is.
My ticket says Sway.
Sway is footing the bill to send all you guys down. How much money does he make?
They might be reimbursing him.
Pretty righteous.
I don't know. He's
Sirius
doing stuff down there. So MTV is doing
he's
stuff.
doing stuff.
He's doing
Okay.
a lot of stuff.
Wow. Good
So seriously,
all right, fair enough. Fair enough. I thought it was.
He almost started another war.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, he's doing a bunch of stuff. Like he's, out and about. But the Sway in the Morning Show will be broadcasting live Thursday and Friday. After that, I'm off the clock.
Maybe he got he might have got MTV to pay for them. Look, I can't go down there without these guys.
Yep.
Good for Sway.
I'm happy. I'm a +1. So
Yeah,
it's all good.
Cool.
Heather B is so nice.
Yeah, she's very
really
lovely.
nice.
Oh, thank y'all. Y'all got food. Y'all love y'all. I'm an easy girl. Donuts and tequila. Y'all got me forever.
Yep.
So as long as I'm next door, I'll be bringing.
I want a
y'all
crab
food.
cake. I'd love to try one of these.
It was a lobster. It was lobster macaroni and cheese, and everyone said
Jeez.
that's what I was asking. I didn't know you guys ate shellfish. It was weird. I saw Roland. Roland's my buddy. He hooked me up with the Bloody Mary guys. So, I'm all about alcohol. I'm the easiest girl to get
We are
along with.
learning
If you
something
bring me
about
drinks,
Heather
you
Big.
got me.
Heather's an alcoholic.
I'm a certified mixologist. Make me sound fancy.
I love it.
Yeah. So that's how Roland. I saw them, and that's how it all started.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So I got y'all next Friday. I think we're having
Cool.
doing chicken wings or buffalo wings or something. So I got you.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Thanks y'all for having
Make some extras.
Bye, Heather.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Heather.
Heather B.
Take it
Wait
easy.
for my invite on Sway's show, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna bring y'all vodka right now, though.
Okay.
I think Sal and I brought a nice segment to the program today.
Shut up.
Sal just tells him to shut up.
Are we done with this or anyone?
There's another clip, right?
One more clip.
Sam has a clip
Go ahead,
over.
Sam.
Yeah,
Sorry.
there's one more video from Who Kid.
Are you kidding me? You're an intern. You cannot film. Who kid's talent? Don't forget that.
He likes to put people down. Why is there so much hate?
Let me finish the fucking
Go ahead,
story.
finish the story.
Talking. Could you still run in your mouth though?
Sal is a perfect example of someone that gets shit on all day, shit, and has to pick out some poor son of a bitch to shit on.
Well, that was shitty
them.
when you go and don't forget.
That was shitty. I will admit
No,
that.
it wasn't.
was fucking douchey.
Oh, the intern wanted to video
But
something?
if I was an intern, I never did shit like that. I mean,
Well,
I
it's
fuck with
quite
E-Rock.
reminded you of work.
I fuck with E-Rock, but I never
Didn't do
filmed
anything.
crap.
Kenny's got something.
Kenny.
Kenny, good point.
Kenny.
Sal, you might want to rethink that.
Oh, no.
What was
no.
The truth
it?
sayer.
I genuinely do not remember.
How did you get this job?
How did you get this job?
Sucking dick.
Yeah. Exactly.
Check that cat. I think it was that Panda production.
He got rewarded for being a rat, a cheese eater.
Oh, what? I don't even know.
Yeah,
What?
Kenny has called me a cheese eater, and I don't remember.
Wait, what happened, Kenny?
Of course you don't remember. You have selective memory.
What happened, Kenny?
What happened?
Well, Sal, when he was an intern,
Right.
all right, he was one of the better interns. And when the cream rises to the top, they're given positions of trust. And Sal had to get the talent's food every day because he was the only one that could be entrusted to get it right.
Right.
And that's an honor to get that assignment.
I'm so
And
embarrassed.
Sal complained that he was being overworked because other interns would sit around and do nothing, and Sal was being performance punished.
Right.
Because he had to get the talent's food every day.
Right. He did complain about it.
And he complained about it.
How does that make him a cheese eater?
He ratted to the bosses.
But I didn't report anything.
Could I get a turkey chili?
Of course you may.
I get it, because instead of going to Kenny and saying, hey, blah, 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 Sal went to the bosses, and then Kenny, got a talking to about the way he was treated.
That's right, cheese eater.
I went to Iraq at the time.
Oh.
He was my boss.
Yeah.
Iraq brought it up to Gare Bear, and then it became a problem.
I believe his name is Radio Wizard.
Oh, wait, Iraq went to
him?
Gary, so it wasn't...
Whoa, where's our trophy?
Gary, I remember him.
Iraq, did Sal go to you and you went to Gary?
As an intern, why would I ever talk to the program director of our channel?
Program director?
Whatever.
He was a secretary. What the hell's wrong with you?
As I'm trying to remember this, it became such an issue.
Why is it an issue now?
Yeah, I don't. It became such an issue that I
put us in this position.
I remember Radio Wizard had told me that
Rock. That ain't working. That's the way you do it. He looks like the guy from that video now. That's weird.
It's grown more since he's been in
You
here.
think it's grown?
Yes. Yeah. Those big boxes piled up are his dollar shape, his untouched dollar shape.
Pristine.
You guys don't have any extra handles, do you?
Oh, my God.
Oh.
All right, look. I wish we could, I don't know, bring this whole segment together with
I know how to do it.
Kenny's got it.
Kenny?
I'll say this. Dennis has been nothing but a gentleman towards me.
Oh.
Because you have the same head issue.
He's very cordial.
tiny head
He's very
guild.
polite. He's very gentlemanly. He's a gracious coworker.
And Sal? Not so much.
Cheese eater.
Well, I forgive and I forget.
You don't forget.
You just brought it
never
up for the
forget.
first time.
We all forgot.
Yeah, you didn't forget anything.
No, I don't forget.
We forgot
cheese
until
eaters,
today.
But I forgave him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I think nothing's really been settled, but it's been aired.
No, I admitted I was
We
wrong.
brought it. Oh, that's true. Denny
Sal,
did admit he was wrong.
Do you have anything to say?
Final thoughts.
Don't talk to me ever again, Denny.
Wow.
There you go.
Danny, final thoughts?
I'm okay with that.
Then we'll have a hug. Then take your shirts off and hug.
Well, that's how we do it on the Opie and Anthony show.
Come on, Denny. Come on, Denny. Come on, let's do it.
Because
shirts off.
I'm
Shirts
not
off.
taking my shirt
No
off.
shirt off.
Shirts off.
Shirt off. What are you?
Shirts off.
Why do you take your glasses off?
All right. That was great.
That's nice.
That's great.
Oh, jeez.
You ever
Hang
seen-
on. Let me.
I've never seen two guys shooting their pants at the same time.
Denny, how long have you had those
Look, he's
jeans?
taking his picture.
Denny has mom jeans on.
Yes, he does.
They're, how old
Who
are
gave you
those
those
jeans?
for free?
A year old.
Got a
'cause I lost
sensible
weight.
belt.
Yeah. Whose garbage did you pull that out of? Oh, okay. Exactly.
You wearing those pants?
Yeah. You
guys
fucking
should-
Madeline Albright throw out her jeans and you.
You guys
They're
should ask
giant.
Dennis how his Florida trip was.
Why?
Yeah, exactly. Too bad it wasn't like Ratso Rizzo's.
He died on the bus.
I know he did. After he shot his pants.
How was the weather in Florida, Dennis?
It was beautiful. It was 81 degrees.
Ah, it's wonderful.
Good thing it wasn't snowing. Could you imagine shoveling snow in that heat? I've been saying that line for 30 years.
Yeah, you
It's a
posted it on
great-
Facebook.
Oh,
It's not a great line.
Yeah, because the snow
Kenny
would melt.
loves it.
Kenny likes
Because
it.
Kenny just set up that awful line.
Yeah.
We worked pretty well together there.
Oh, God, yeah.
I don't get the
Vaudeville.
line, though.
Well, because it wouldn't snow. It's 81 degrees.
Right.
So then what would you be
I
shoveling?
understand
Well,
that.
but that's the joke of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the joke of it.
That's the joke of it.
What?
All right, I think we all
love it.
should.
Get over it. Yeah.
No more pitching a fit.
No more.
Yeah.
No more asking.
Sal was pitching a little fit.
I was.
In there. Poor dumb intern from Jersey right across the bridge.
All right, why don't we go to break?
Across the bridge.
We got great stuff still to do on the show. We got the 911 call.
Was that the one with the cat?
Oh, yeah. It's a great one.
And like Bruiser Brody.
Chelsea
Handler clip's really good from Piers Morgan. Thank you, Sam.
She fucking beat him up, right?
A little bit. And and our pal made TMZ. Something he was trying to not talk about is now everywhere. We'll explain next. Stay there.
Oh, yeah.
The voice of the channel. How cool is that? Yeah. Let's go to TMZ. Man, I was just hanging out with Jim Brewer Saturday night. The Pizza Guy saga started on this radio show. Has just a good, solid story from Brewer. He's a good storyteller. He's got a guy that's just a pain in the ass in his town. And it's just escalated to the point where now, there's charges. The police are involved. There's been threats, all sorts of crap.
It's a lot of fucking drama.
And Brewer killed it at the Paramount in Huntington over the weekend. And backstage, we were talking about this. And he's like, I'm really dealing with some crazy stuff with this guy. And he wants to come on the show and talk about it, but he realizes he probably shouldn't.
Every time he comes on, he wants to spill it.
Of course. And he was hoping to keep this out of the press, this part of it. Yeah. But now it's on TMZ, so we have to talk about it. Everyone goes to TMZ. My God, this isn't some tiny little blog that no one is going to read. So what does it say there, Sam? It's pretty much the stuff he was telling us Saturday night, right?
Yeah, I wondered how it got out, but...
yeah, that's a little strange to me.
It said Jim Brewer's ex-neighbor is now facing felony stalking charges.
Felony stalking charges. Great. He's got one of those guys, too.
Damn.
And yes, I said two.
Felony stalking.
Yep.
After allegedly mailing a box of condoms to the actor's house in a perverted joke involving Jim's underage daughters.
Oh, boy.
Sources close to Jim tell TMZ the actor's been having problems with Giuseppe and Frida.
Oh, my God. You never want to have to deal with a Giuseppe.
Giuseppe.
Oh, God. Growing up on Long Island, you never wanted to deal with a Giuseppe.
Hey, Giuseppe.
Oh, man. All right, go ahead.
So TMZ was told that Giuseppe left extremely creepy comments on a YouTube video about Jim, such as, quote, "How's your three pretty daughters doing?" Days later, Jim claims Ian Frida shipped him a box of condoms. We're told Jim called police in early January, and Ian Frida was arrested on felony stalking charges. We spoke to Ian Frida, who told us he denies...
Giuseppe.
Yeah, Giuseppe, who told us he denies leaving the YouTube comments about Jim and his daughters. He did say he doesn't like his kids hanging around Jim, which is an issue since their kids are friends. Giuseppe has a hearing Wednesday on the stalking charges and is prohibited from contacting Jim and his family as a condition of bail.
I believe it's...
he's got to deal with this shit.
I believe it's the YouTube video associated with this radio show from the appearance.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Supposedly he's all over the comment section in these pizza man videos, or pizza guy, whatever it was.
Whatever he's called.
Yeah.
I thought this got taken down.
Well,
you can never really get rid of him.
Yeah.
That internet, what is it, quarter of a century old now? 25 years?
I'm friends with Mr. Brewer, and I could say this much. He's been dealing with this guy for a really long time. The guy will just not leave him alone. Period.
Yeah, you got to just kill him.
Period.
If you're Jim Brewer. Yeah, you just got to take him out. What are you going to do? If the guy starts fucking making threats to your children, wow, that's fucked up.
It's so odd, too, because how can anybody not like Jim? Like,
yeah.
I've dealt with Jim on the road and worked with him, and besides just being in here, but I mean, just being in other places together, and he's been such a great guy for the 20 years I've known. Like, I've known him for 20 years, and he's been a great guy every time I've seen Jim. He's
an amazing guy, an amazing friend, you know, period. There's more to this story that... I'll just say this, Giuseppe, effed up really bad.
Yeah.
And that part isn't in this TMZ story, so I'm sure it'll come out very soon. But wait till you hear what he did.
Wait till you hear.
And what he thought he could get away with.
Oh, you can't say it.
No, I better not. I'm just.
Can you write it down?
Yeah. Well, we have any on hold music or anything?
I could do it that way.
Put some on hold music. How about you don't ask? Hey, the boss wants some on hold music.
Can we put the boss on hold?
No.
What happened to our
the boss?
Not can we? The boss wants hold music.
Let's put the boss on hold.
No.
Whenever you get
Does
a
it work
chance.
as quick like that?
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Jesus.
We understand.
What are you working with? The guy in South Africa is faster with his stumps on the button.
We have it.
Couldn't think of his name.
Yeah, spatula guy,
right
Blade
there
Runner.
in front of me.
Didn't we have it on our machines for a while?
We did, but God only knows.
We used to go on hold a lot more than we do these days, so
I'm ready now, guys.
Let's put the boss.
And that will
hilarious.
come out. And that will come out. That will come out. Is that unbelievable?
Yeah. And was there an arrest for that?
I don't know. I don't know that much.
Should have been.
I don't know that part of it, but
that sounds like a crime.
We're talking about interracial dating.
Right, right.
Stalkers are fun, aren't they, guys?
I've had one.
We all had or have.
I never had one, a physical one, I never felt physically threatened necessarily. And when women do it, it's less. Thank you, buddy. The intern just grabbed my penis. When you have a female stalker, they're less dangerous because they're less likely to be physically a problem.
Yeah, that's true.
They're annoying.
Occasionally, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying in general, they're on the phone.
Are they?
Babble.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great.
So I'm sure more will come out as far as Pizza Man and Jim Brewer goes now that it made TMZ.
You know what he really ought to get, and this is true, is there a way to diffuse this where everybody can just walk away? And you need a guy like a Gavin DeBecker who does understand all of this stuff and what happens in situations like this between two people when it escalates and it escalates. And there always is a way to just walk away from it. But what does it take so both people can go, all right, let's just walk away?
Crazy people.
You just got to get over it.
But yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
But what would a guy like Gavin DeBecker say?
Crazy people don't understand the concept. They don't understand that they should just walk away.
No.
That's the problem.
But everybody in the situation, unless they're totally out of it, which I don't think anybody here is totally. You want something. What is it you want? Is it a vindication or what is it that everybody wants? I just don't know.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Oh, Jim also wanted to tell you, Aunt.
Yeah.
He purchased.
Oh, what a guy. Good for him.
Smart.
It's very
a cock ring is such an odd thing to buy.
Yeah, cock ring.
He's very happy with his purchase.
Oh, that's good.
He wanted me to relay that to you.
We ought to hang.
To the neck.
Let's move on to Chelsea Handler, giving Piers Morgan the business.
Good for her.
Well,
yeah, what did she do?
It's easy to say, that you hate Piers Morgan. I actually liked watching him on CNN.
I didn't.
I know. I know you didn't.
Not even because of his political views or stuff like that. He just, to me, I'm sorry, he wasn't interesting.
Yeah.
He's not an interesting guy.
He had some balls, more than most of these guys, I thought.
More than most, even.
I thought.
Yeah?
He asked some tough questions and things like that. And he didn't go for the popular thing.
No?
No.
Apparently not. Oh, have a cracker, Jimmy.
Thank you.
But, with that said, he got his ass handed to him by Chelsea Handler.
Ooh.
And this clip is going everywhere today. You want to just play it?
Yeah.
All right. Chelsea Handler and Piers Morgan.
Life when you're not working. What will your life here be this week? What will you do?
Well, I am working this week.
After this show, where do you go? What do you do?
Well, I have to come here and tolerate this nonsense, and then I have to
It's
go...
nonsense. It's designed to flog your tawdry
I know.
book.
I'm going to go do a book signing at Target in Westwood, and then I go on the road every weekend and perform live stand-up comedy and do book signings, and, that's it. I'm a workhorse. I'm a workaholic.
You tweet very amusingly.
I wish you did.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, in the middle of the commercial break, I want your viewers to know, they must know because they're probably following you on Twitter. I mean, you can't even pay attention for 60 seconds. You're a terrible interviewer.
Oh, keeping my attention. That's
Well,
more
but
an issue
that's
for you
not
than
my
me.
problem.
It's your problem.
This is your show. You have to pay attention to the guests that you invited on your
If
show.
they're interesting enough.
Yeah, they are. Listen, it doesn't matter how interesting I am. You signed up for this job.
Does.
Well, maybe that's why your job is coming to an end.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Bravo.
Wow.
Bravo. I guess during the commercial break, he's tweeting.
Right. He's tweeting, so...
Right. And you can't just turn around and say, well, you're not interesting.
That's what he tried to pull on her, but...
Because, you know, she got the best of him.
Oh, man.
That takes balls. Good for Chelsea Handler.
I wonder what that's all about. Like, she...
He must have just annoyed her.
Happened. Yeah.
Yeah, because
like she would have just given him the benefit of the doubt.
Or she would have, if she truly didn't like him going into the thing, she probably would have said no to the interview, no? There's plenty of other hosts on CNN she could have went on.
Yeah.
So it must have been something that was going on during the break where she was like, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know.
She's more popular than he is.
That could come off as bossy.
Whoa.
No.
I think Chelsea Handler was being bossy.
Whoa, watch out.
I know. I'm fully backing the ban bossy hashtag, but in that case, that was bossy.
Good for her.
Yeah.
How's that bossy thing working out for everybody?
I think everyone forgot it with Coney. It's already gone.
Got to ban bossy.
Everybody got all worked up about Obama on Between Two Ferns.
That's true. So
forgot about
bossy went out the fucking window.
Is that what happened?
People thought it was bussy, so they're all taking the train.
Is
that a good one?
No, it's not even close to good. It's so far from good.
Neither am I.
You send your boy a birthday gift or what?
Well, I'm trying to think of what boy.
Mitt Romney. He's 67 today.
Hey, my boy Mitt Romney.
Oh. You sent him something? A little something for his birthday?
He's got plenty of cake himself. He doesn't need me.
People are saying that documentary's great. I got to watch it.
Yeah.
You saw it?
Yeah. Yeah, they follow him. Netflix
supposedly he's not such a stiff.
No, he actually comes across like a real human being.
Yeah.
God, what happens to these guys?
They followed him on the first campaign trail and then the second one.
I saw, I guess it was Perry, right? Was the Texas guy?
Yeah.
Was it Rick Perry?
Rick Perry.
He was on recently on one of these news programs, and he was like, so different. What happens when you're going for the presidency?
I guess you're so fucking tiptoeing.
And worried about what you're saying,
eggshells,
that you can't be yourself, and it comes across like you're a robot, or you come across like you're uninformed about things. But he was very articulate, and you know, and having just a good time on the news the other day.
Because everything you get caught with now, like look what he said. Remember he said that thing about the in that discussion he was having, and somebody videotaped him, and it wasn't interpreted.
Romney or the Rick Perry?
Romney, when he was talking about something, whatever it was, he said.
Said the 47% that won't vote for him. Yeah,
something like that. Like they have to be on guard. Whereas all those years ago, everybody wasn't such a rat, and you didn't get videotaped like that.
And the press, they've been despicable for many years, but there was a time where they didn't take every single little thing you said and try to make it work against you.
They understood context. And,
context. Yeah.
I think the public is starting to get sick of all that anyway. Finally,
I don't know.
We're gonna get there.
I don't know.
We're
Maybe
gonna be like enough already. Stop picking apart every single word. This
Are you
person is
saying the pendulum might swing back the other way?
I do believe that could be a possibility.
Write a song about that.
Yes.
It was interesting seeing him go through the debate process.
Yeah.
Because remember, he killed Obama on the first debate.
Yeah.
And even after that, like, everybody's around him going like, oh, great job, you did it. And he's like, well, you know, it's very traditional. Usually the new guy wins the first debate, and he's going to come back strong for the second. And
he knew, yeah.
Like, he wasn't gloating. He wasn't clueless.
Right. I think Mitt Romney would have made a good president. I think he would have. Oh, the best president ever? No. I know.
Who knows?
I think he would have made a good president.
Who knows?
I don't think it would have been a disaster like we have now.
Are you not happy with Obama's job he's done?
Not really.
Oh.
I was watching that House of Cards.
We're trying to do it.
Oh, were you?
That's right. Oh, that's okay. We were doing a bit.
Oh, shit. I thought you were just getting food. I was trying to not let it distract me.
Yeah.
But then I didn't realize it was
Jimmy
a bit.
keeps offering his rap.
Oh,
yeah. I might have tried a Denny line, like, are you going to eat that or something?
Oh, you're going to eat.
Trust me, it wasn't going to be a brilliant bit.
No.
Sorry.
I was watching, when I was watching House of Cards,
right.
I was looking, just going, oh, look, it's a gray-haired white president. Look at that. It was like the old days. I was waxing fantastic about it. Just leaning back on, remember that? What that looked like? Yeah.
I like having a black president.
No, you don't.
I really do.
No, you don't.
Explosion.
I don't think about it.
Hold on. Explosion and building collapse right here in New York. New York City, 116th and Park.
Oh, no.
No, it's probably one of those under construction things, huh?
No. Breaking news.
Is how many people might have been in that building. We don't know. I can't tell,
We'll
certainly
speculate.
from looking at it, if there might be offices. Often in these buildings that look residential like this, you also have businesses that are on the ground floor. Whether or not
there wasn't any Malaysian
airliners
airliners
how many people
seen.
might have been in that building.
They hope it's a lot,
bode
though.
Well,
The
the
news
time of
hopes
day,
it's a
frankly,
lot.
that is,
Of
that
course.
more people would have been out of the building.
Please have a
would have
building
been
full of
gone
dead
to work.
people.
So that's
The news
one of
loves
the
that
things we're going to look at
shit.
very closely. But again, for you who might just be joining us,
rubble.
let's update you on
All
the
right, yeah,
pictures
let's
that
get a
you're
quick
seeing.
update.
116th and Park Avenue. This is Harlem in New York City. What appears to be an explosion and a partial collapse of a building, and huge assets from the fire department on scene right now. We know that there are a few injuries. Some people, perhaps 4 people, taken to local hospitals. Train evacuations continue to be underway, and Grand Central Station, Metro North trains going north, have been suspended.
Oh, boy.
We're going to take a quick break. Be back with more on MSNBC.
That'll make a mess. I think they should get over.
So, like, the building collapsed?
Yeah.
And people are not going to be able to get home?
Apparently.
Well, I know what they better do.
Ah, shit. Get over it. Where is that, Harlem?
Yeah. That would be on the east side.
I'm allowed to say I'm not happy with having a black president in office, just as people were saying constantly, oh, what do we want, another old white guy in office? It's the same exact fucking thing.
Oh, yeah, I'm not saying you can't say it. I actually just like kind of having one.
No.
I mean, now I don't think about it. I like the idea of it when it first happened. I don't even think about it anymore, to be honest. I just look at him like, ugh, it's the asshole trying to raise my taxes. That's literally all I think of.
Yeah.
Is my taxes going up. I don't care about anything else but that.
Constantly going up. Do your fair share. Just asking for a little more from the wealthy, from the people that could afford it, a little more, and they keep grabbing a little from so many different places. Don't they know that we fucking know it adds up to a lot more? You see now what they want to do in New York City schools?
What now?
They want to give every kid the free lunch because it will take the stigma off the kids that do have the free lunch because they can't, they're standing in the free lunch line, and then you get the kids that can pay for lunch are paying for it, and then the kids that look like
they're utter nonsense. How about everybody has to wear the same clothes, because then the rich kids' clothes are going to look nice.
They do that in Catholic schools, yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
wear the
uniforms. I mean, I'm saying for reasons of poverty.
Captain
and
Hook fish and chips. They make you wear the uniform when you're taking those catch of the day boxes out to the boys at IBM. Mm-hmm. Have some pride. Have some pride. I love that guy. Have some pride. Like, that's pride? Dressing up in that fucking thing.
Did you get to buy lunch at school?
I was a buy lunch kid, and then I turned into a free lunch kid.
Nice. You were a free lunch kid?
Yeah, I had to get the free lunch. I was on the welfare. No, I was on the free lunch.
Nice.
Because we qualified, Mom was working her ass off. 3 kids.
How'd you pay?
Pops was like...
Your name was on the list?
Yeah, name on the list.
Did they at least make believe you were paying, or did everyone know?
No, everyone pretty much knows.
Oh, man.
But it didn't matter. There was all the degenerate kids I hung out with. They wanted the free lunch. And they were all, if there was somebody making fun of me because they paid and I didn't, I probably wasn't hanging out with them anyway.
In our school, there were so many kids on free lunch that they didn't even try to hide it. They were just like... If you, at the beginning of the school year in the classroom, whoever has their free lunch forms, bring them to the front.
Yeah.
And like 3/4 of the class would bring up their forms.
Come up and, Yep.
And there you are with your little bag with love inside, filled with love and a treat and a cookie.
Mommy's lunches.
Paper bag.
Of course you did. How many black kids stepped on your paper bag lunch?
Nobody.
Oh,
we should have. They should have punted it into your face.
They really should have.
What did Mommy make for you? For the school lunch.
You know what she'd do? She would open it and just drop a deuce into it. And she'd piss into a thermos.
Just to set this up.
Big nasty shit with the crust cut off.
Yeah, big long shit that would poke out of the top of the bag like the fucking snake charmer.
I bet you went to school with Tupperware. You were one of those kids.
No, never Tupperware.
Where everything was in nice Tupperware.
Tupperware?
Let me explain my lunch, and most of the longtime listeners know. The go-to lunch for me and my brothers and sisters was one bruised apple, because bruised apples were a lot cheaper than apples without bruises. So every apple we ate had one of those bruises in it.
So she'd buy like a pound of bruised apples.
Usually
from
Macintosh apples.
Mealy fucking
they are
Macintosh.
mealy, shitty sock apples.
Terrible.
It's like a sock with apple flavoring on it.
And then she would get the Pepperidge Farm bread, because that was cheaper for whatever reason back then,
thin,
especially.
The
that
second
extremely
you buy
thin.
it seems stale.
I think it was like day-old bread or whatever they called it, so it was a little cheaper. And then it would be peanut butter and jelly, with the jelly completely soaking through the Pepperidge Farm thin bread. And then it was put in, and I people to this day don't believe it. I don't care, but there were times we went to school with cement bags.
The cement bag.
Because my dad loved cementing around our house.
The concrete came in the bag, and once he dumped it out and mixed it and made something,
my mom saved every bag.
Saved the bag and
was it every
used
day?
It as a lunch bag.
Of course not. It wasn't every day. That was a rarity. Yes, but a lot of days it was certainly one of those giant Wallbaum's bags.
Yeah.
She didn't buy the tiny little sandwich bags.
Yeah.
So then we'd have to fold it and make it look like it's almost like a normal lunch bag. That was my lunch. Now, what about you, Sam?
Well, we always...
You privileged fuck.
Oh, Sam.
Don't get hot.
Can't help it. Look at him.
He has been working
Let me
out.
give you a little perspective. I'll give you a little perspective.
Are you going to add to this?
Yeah. When I did bring lunch in elementary school,
you drank it?
I drank it. Elementary school, making a little martini.
A little bottle of lunch.
Yeah, liquid lunch.
I would have in my Lost in Space lunchbox.
Ew, what a douche.
No, it was very cool. I had a picture of the robot Will Robinson on the outside, and had the little thermos inside.
Which was the Dr. Smith, and it fucking held the top was shaped like a cock. You sit on it.
Sit on the thermos. It was ham and Swiss on Wonder Bread, white bread.
Hey.
Ham sliced thin, please, Mommy. Thank you.
And we knew it was white bread. If she gave you a pumpernickel, you probably booed and threw it out.
And in the thermos, chicken noodle soup, Campbell's chicken noodle soup.
Soup in a sandwich?
Soup and a Sammy. And
there's
then,
some love right there.
Oh, it was great. And then the little thing of milk, but with a little plastic baggie of chocolate, so you could put it in there.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
You could make your own chocolate? How did you go from that to free lunch?
Well, the free
times were
lunch
hard.
was after we got a little older. Mommy stopped making our lunch. Dad was gone.
Things happen.
Shit happened. Mom said, fuck this.
Things really did take a change for you, huh?
They kind of deteriorated rapidly after the divorce.
I thought of you in Ontario last week because I was about an hour from San Juan Capistrano.
Oh, right.
And I thought of Anthony's old
taking a
home.
drive through there.
Oh, boy.
I thought of that for about 10 seconds.
Exactly.
And I went, no, why would I? It would be like all mini malls.
On the Ortega Highway.
We should go to Anthony's West Coast home.
So go where the tree fort was.
We should broadcast from your West Coast home.
Yeah.
Let me, before we ask Sam what he got for lunch, we got a phone call from, who's this?
Oh.
It's the lady trucker.
Oh, hi, Lady Trucker. Okay.
Hey, Opie, did you ever have a hot school lunch?
Aw.
Go away, you slob.
Oh, man.
It's a fair question.
Terrible.
Opie hates Lady Trucker.
I don't hate her.
She wants to ask if you had a hot school lunch.
You're meaner to her than any other caller.
What are you talking about?
Hey, it's Lady Trucker.
Hey.
Oh, my God, it's Lady Trucker.
You sure didn't skip a meal ever.
Yeah.
I did get hot lunches because I hated the lunch that my mom gave us.
Sounds delicious. I don't know how you could hate it.
I would dig up change. I would take change from various cookie jars and such.
Yeah.
And I would throw the old Luncheroo in the garbage.
Oh.
And then I would get some nice, I started getting hot lunches at school. But
Friday.
I don't remember it.
Pizza?
I don't remember it being free hot lunch in my school district. I just don't remember.
Oh, Harborfield's right. Ooh.
I don't think our district offered that.
Centerport. Ooh.
I used to do a marvelous impression of the Pepperidge Farm man.
Did you?
Yes.
Let's hear it.
I was a kid, though.
All right, let me hear.
Pepperidge Farm members. Is that good?
Uncanny.
That's what I think of when I think of Pepperidge Farm, is the fucking shitty, dry bread.
It's terrible.
That's awful.
It's like you bought it stale.
Yeah.
The freshest package of that bread would seem stale.
Cracks like a fossil.
Yeah, you can't bend, you can't fold. Look, I'm trying to fold it.
Yeah.
And I just...
It's good if you're eating a sandwich, like if you're eating 2 pieces of bread and a piece of slate in between them.
Yeah,
That's the type of dryness you need.
It's horrible. Nothing was better than fresh Wonder Bread. Oh, was that good.
I like Wonder Bread.
Open it up, peel the crust off.
I like a good crust.
Fuck that.
You had your crust cut off your sandwiches?
No, I like a good Wonder Bread crust. It's good stuff. And then I got a little older. I matured. I went to rolls and heroes.
That's right, because you could fuck them.
You could fuck a good roll.
I like to hollow out a good roll and give it a rogering.
Fair rogering.
So, Sam, what was your lunch from Mommy?
Well, from the time I was young until I was a senior in high school.
Oh, no, it was the same lunch that Precious had from her mother. Get it? Ate her pussy.
Yes.
Sorry.
Wasn't that. Store-bought paper bags. Always.
Just for lunch?
Always plenty. Yeah.
Wow.
Lunch bags. Plenty of those.
Bags.
Yeah, we had lunch bags.
That would have been a luxury in our
This
household.
is white privilege, people. Gear up. Here it comes.
It had a big S on it.
Oh, shit.
As to not get... No.
For sucks? Shithead? Stupid?
No.
Now, you bought them with S's on it?
No. My mom
she
put the
drew
S
an S on every...
But I bet you it wasn't just a quick S, was it now?
Fucking
It was
calligraphy on each one?
Right.
Took weeks.
It was a quick S, but a neat S.
Okay.
You know.
If she should put an A and then another S. See, because you are one.
How are you going to confuse your lunch with someone else's?
Exactly. Who else's would it be? Who else likes a baggie of cum?
Sam was eating cum for lunch.
Yeah, you hate when the bottom of the bag would get all
yeah.
fucking dark because that meant the cum was leaking out.
It's just to not confuse it with my siblings' lunch.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
And then it was a nice fluffy white bread, either peanut butter or peanut butter and jelly.
Ugh.
Because she would always...
Not lunch. That's like cake.
She'd always do it with love, but also made sure that my tastes... she knew my
you're
particular
very
taste.
picky, little fucking...
Yeah.
Finicky. Little finicky.
Little
Sam.
fuss budget.
After a while, my mom didn't even know our names. There was so many.
You know what your parents should have done when you were a baby? They should have crushed up whatever food they wanted and then put it on your mouth and then pressed it in with the heel of their foot.
So it's either one of those sandwiches or could be a special
bologna?
Leftover chicken. No, I don't eat bologna. Leftover chicken fingers or a nice chicken sandwich made of leftover chicken from dinner the night before.
That's a good lunch.
Then bag of chips.
Oh.
Baggie of carrots.
Ew, what a dope.
Oh, you sat there in the cafeteria. I would have punched you.
Why?
Look, he's eating carrots. Hit him.
Why a baggie of carrots? That was like after he was eating his lunch. If he wanted little things to put in his hiney, he would put the carrots.
Do you think he would shove one carrot at a time up his hiney hole?
Yes, and they weren't like the little pieces. They were full carrots.
Yes.
He would go back-to-back carroting, if you know what I mean.
Oh, your little bag of carrots.
What a douchebag.
A fruit.
Yeah, but yours is worse with the packet of chocolate milk.
No, that shit was great.
that's tasty.
Chocolate powder
Dude,
to
that
make
was
your
like-
own chocolate milk.
It was like I had drugs, too, because all the kids would be like, could I have, like, just a little bit of it to put in my
Really?
milk?
Nice.
And I'm like, no.
So wait, your
And then,
bag of carrots and what else?
A juice box, usually Capri Sun.
Juice box?
Juice.
Oh,
Yep.
It's different.
What flavor?
Usually orange.
No Sunny
But
D
This is high school, by the way.
with your diverse friends.
It's like, we'll look into the fridge.
Yeah.
Except for the black guy. He's taking care of Miss Roberts in the other room. While the fucking Spanish Asian kid and Sam look in. Where's the black guy? And Miss Roberts fucking howling with joy.
Getting her own Sunny D.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's right.
And then, of course, a little something sweet. Usually my mom's candy of choice.
Should be like a lollipop like they described yesterday at the strip club.
No.
Something sweet.
My mom liked Twix.
Yeah.
So she would put a Twix
Oh,
in.
those are the
Twix
best.
are good.
Fuck, man, Twix bars rule.
Yeah.
Let's get some right now.
I'd love one.
That's the only candy with the cookie crunch.
True.
Brother Joe wants in on this.
Oh,
Joey.
We did free lunch for a long time, man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he said it.
We were on welfare.
I brought that up.
Yeah, well, what I used to do is I would sell as many free lunches as I could, and get the money together and buy a baggie of weed.
Oh yeah.
And roll and sell doobies individually. That was pretty much the way I got through.
Joe got busted for weed in junior high, which was really fucked up. That really fucked everything up.
Yeah. I was out on the field. I was out on the field, and I had a little baggie, and I ate it. And the teacher saw me eating it, and I had like green teeth, and I'm denying it, like up and down, just denying the fact that I had weed on me.
Come with me.
Some tough guys. It was tough guys that I got the weed from, so I had to keep my mouth shut. I couldn't say anything.
Oh. Yeah, and then I had to deal with the fucking fallout from that. Like, when I got into that junior high, like, my teacher was like, I hope that didn't have any influence on you. Like, no, I'm a little geeky kid.
You found that growing plants in the woods that time.
Yeah.
I had to get you out of that one. We actually, I said that there was another kid that killed all these nice plants that were growing, these bugs.
I found marijuana in the woods, and I grabbed him out of the ground. I said, "Look, my marijuana, I'll destroy it." And I started stomping him.
Yeah, what a douche.
Joe's looking out the window crying. I'll destroy them. I was doing my part.
Your father was right. Fucking you with a doll stepping on the pot plants.
All that went toward my playing guitar, having plenty of spare time, which I'll be doing Friday at the Patchogue Emporium.
Patchogue Emporium. Friday.
Yeah, Friday night. We're going to be there.
Your plugs are becoming very smooth.
Very good, Joe. Yeah, found them right out there.
I'm learning how to do it. All
right, 20 years.
Yeah, see you later, boys.
Later, man. I forgot also I did have a little thing of like Mott's applesauce in there.
Oh, but you don't get punched.
No, kids had applesauce. They brought out applesauce.
Your lunch
brought out
applesauce
carrot sticks.
Your lunch is close to Sam's.
Yeah. No, it wasn't a kick his ass lunch.
Soup. That's a kick your ass thing to do.
There's a lot of love in your lunch and Sam's lunch.
There was.
A lot of
the
love.
Carrots are punch you in the face.
So is the soup. Thermos full of soup.
People were like, "Oh man, that's cool. He's got hot soup."
Nobody said that.
Hot soup.
No one says that.
No one said. They did.
They didn't say it's cool.
They didn't think carrots were cool.
It's not.
It's not like, oh man, you got fucking Campbell's chicken noodle soup right here.
Thermos of soup is not cool.
It was cool.
It might be delicious and all that, but I don't.
On a fucking Lost in Space thermos? That was the shit right there.
Baggie of carrots.
You got to get a vegetable in.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah. So you'll put a fucking kid in a wheelchair in your lunchbox. Long way to go for that dumb wordplay joke.
Yeah, let's go home.
Terry Shivo snack.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna have a Shivo. She's dead.
Yes, she is. We remember.
Let's get out of here.
I have to plug.
Jimmy, plug away, sir. Plug
Virginia
away.
Beach, March 20th through 22nd. It's the last time I'm ever going there. Virginia Beach, Funny Bone, Tampa, April 11 and 12, Caroline, 24 through 27.
Oh, really?
Here in the Big Apple.
Nice. And don't forget the Opie and Anthony podcast. Wednesday is when we have a brand new podcast for the people out there.
Which is today.
Nice.
All old school. A lot of bits we just can't play anymore just because we don't have enough room to play them all. So a lot of years of archives at this point. So this week it's Kids Snooping.
Yeah.
It's another great episode, and like I said, if you can, go through iTunes so we get some bragging rights. If not, just get the podcast. That's fine.
You bastards.
Roland, you got something?
No, I'm good.
Why are you holding a mic like you want to talk?
Oh, I don't know. I just play with it. My bad.
The Opie and Anthony Show has drawn to a close. Stay tuned to reflect, relive, and get the story behind the story of the finest moments of today's show.